What up, y'all? We're back. Thundercrack. Bowling's back. What up? What up? What up? I'm doing good. Been a few days, y'all. You know what? I've got to get my flight plan anyway, so let's go here. New flight. We're at Ben Gurion. We're going to Sharm el Sheikh. Do this first. There we go. Kind of a funky route. Huh. It's kind of a funky route. Bravo Golf. From 08. Runway 8 to Toma, 4 Bravo, 4 right. Oh man. How about 4 left? What up, Gonzo? What's cracking, brother? Something don't seem right here. Flying around Israel today. We're going from Tel Aviv to Sharm el Sheikh, which is a resort town in Egypt, and then back to Tel Aviv. Something ain't right here, though. Yeah, look at this. We'll get Bowen going here in a minute. We're going to cut a promo on that ass. Route request. Wow. Police tracker. Bro, what is going on here? Did they change everything? Bro. Hold on a second. What up, Hudson? Not too good. What's going on, brother? That should be good. Gonna open the window. So, here now. From 08 Hotel Echo Jeez. Goddamn bugs. Zero 08. Well, I hope you pull through, Hudson. I hope you pull through, brother. It's doing that again. What a weird departure. Ah, she works at the hospital. Ah, what up, Sass? You flying the MD-80? We'll have to see if we can work on that this weekend, Sass. Owls. God, I fucking love that plane, Sass. I gotta get that thing back. Oh shit. Boss man's in the lavatory. Watch out. What about the MD-11, Sass? What up, boss man? Yeah, we'll have to see if we can work on that this weekend, Sass. I wouldn't mind helping. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know how much I remember. Maybe it'll just come back to me as I see the plane, you know? Gonzo's everywhere. Yeah, boss man, we're about to get into the Bowen watch along. He's avoiding Mermaid Show. Kind of a nav. Let's get pushed back. We're in Israel, boss man. Take a look. I don't know where she is, Hudson. I think she's running around right now, brother. To be honest with you. There we go. The LL 777, boss man. Yeah, do that. I'll send you 100 pesos. I think we're ready. I think we are ready. Just gonna open this door. Going to see the cabin. Yeah, I've got custom views on this plane. I'm just making sure. Wait a minute, what was that? Oh, that's cool. They have actual LL stuff on the TVs. Welcome aboard. Okay, let's go. Does Boss Man have heat? Alright. A Roblox air show. What the heck is that? Bunch of Roblox players get together and fly planes or what? Does Roblox have any VAs? Do they have virtual airlines on Roblox? Big ass engines, man. Right into the roll. Airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
80 knots checked.
V1.
There we go. We're going to talk about that in a minute, Schmidt. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Overspeed. Once we get sorted on our flight, whoa. Here we go. Here we go. Ha! I don't know if that runway, if that airport has a long enough runway for this plane, Schmidt. All right, let's go get bowling going, shall we? Let's go get bowling going.
Effects to your physical and mental well-being. Your discretion is
bowling.
advised. No, seriously, we mean it. There will be.
Oh yeah, then it's long enough.
Lots of them, probably. Now you've been warned. This warning sponsored by the Story Time with Dutch Mantel.
The following program is rated PG-14.
What the fuck is that cringe shit, Bob?
Don't pull out your wallets and give any bowling and curse you out. That is
Or just pull out their cell phones and go into that technology they have today, where they don't even need their wallet.
That's an old reference, right? Archaic reference.
I mean, I had the old technology with me today, the bowling wallet. There it is. Got a tracking device on it.
This is yesterday's show, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday night bowling on Friday.
Get access to the
Day late and a dollar short over here, baby.
We're all right. And my son hooked me up on this.
His son hooked him up. T-Move. That means he's using donation money.
This carries your cash and
Donations.
All your cards and IDs and everything you need. And it's got a little tracking device built in it, where if you lose it, you hit your tracker and it finds it. And then I took one of my business cards and put my name on it. That way, if I lose my wallet, and let's say I've got, thousands and thousands of dollars of credit cards and several thousand
identify
dollars.
that wallet. And you say,
They pick that up. Oh, I got to return this. Yeah, I got to return this to Mr. Bowling. Sir Bowl-a-lot is what I got to do.
Sir Bowl-a-lot.
I want you to know that every time that I've lost my wallet, except for at a zoo, not a zoo, but a petting zoo,
Yeah.
it has been returned to me. Every time. And every time it had all the cash.
Flying over Jerusalem now, boss man.
Most people didn't even have credit.
The holy city.
yeah, I don't think that I have ever lost my wallet.
And one time I lost it. I had $7,000.
I believe you, boss man.
This is when I lost trust in banks.
He lost trust in
IRS
banks.
Got me without a warning back in 1984. And then
What?
And I still carried cash after that. I took all my money that I had left in the bank. Because I thought I was doing
Which was
good.
none.
Then I wasn't doing as good when the IRS got me. And
Who
I got
knows,
no
Schmidt?
notice that they were getting ready to hit me.
Boss man don't have time to lie.
That's how they work. It's not like, hey, Mr. Bowling, we're getting ready to investigate you. You might want to move all your money to a case.
Well, no, they should send you a fucking notice and say, here's what you owe us. Would you like to make some payment arrangements? Would have been nice. Rather than just yank it out of my fucking Fifth Third.
Or just pay your taxes on time, Bowling, you fucking retard.
The best, and it's like 4 addresses ago.
Well, it could have been in any of my 4 names, too.
Could be that.
They didn't know which name.
Actually, I think they went to a former.
I never dreamed they would get the name they got. I really didn't.
I think they went to a former friend of yours who laughed and told them that.
I'm going to say it right now. Adam Copeland's drinking again. I have no doubt. Kevin Mars' boss is a line. I hope she ain't watching. She still hadn't donated. Kevin Mars' boss.
It's true.
What can we do to help? Now, when the team maker says,
In order to be affected by a bank crisis, you would have to have substantial money in the bank, which Bolin has never had. Moving on.
that help normally arrives thereafter.
What can we do
Hey,
to
what
help?
can we do to help? Who needs help?
You can help
Kevin
us
Mars'
like
boss
this.
there.
Now,
Kevin
that's
Mars,
not what
hang
we
on,
do.
allow me, because you've already done the warning. Kevin Mars' boss says that, hey, Kenny, who needs help? Okay, well, here's who needs help. Fuck them. There you go. That's Kevin Mars'
Yeah.
boss. There you go. That's worth waiting for, wasn't it? All right.
That one.
And then we got Billy Sellers in the house.
Bro, what?
Hold on a minute, Bob. This is how bad my vision is tonight. I thought Billy Sellers was type, hello, handsome. Now, how did I see handsome out of that?
I don't know.
That's an
That was
ego
weird.
Right there. That's a fucking ego when you see hello.
I like Kenny Bolin.
Everyone.
Right.
Took a glance and I thought it's hello, handsome. I wouldn't have blamed him.
Well,
I wouldn't have blamed him.
Billy has been known before.
Yeah, he does. Speaking of people that flirt with me, look at this. He's a big flirt. He's a big fan
He
of
is.
the Square Maker.
He also likes to make appearances on large
He does.
cars.
On our way to Sharm el Sheikh.
Yeah, I did the big thing in Evansville, and everyone says I stole the show. There's others that said it was petty theft. And there's many people that said, God, if the Star Maker hadn't been there, that would have been a boring event with Jerry the King Lawler and handsome Jimmy Valiant and Jimmy Hart. And of course, Dutch Mantell no show because of Bear getting his ass whipped.
Yeah, that's what he was
verbally
afraid of.
destroyed, so he bailed on that show.
That's what he was
Dutch
afraid
won
of.
the thing. I know he is. Hans Molman. Hans Molman, if that is his real. Allow me to steal one of Dutch's lines. Hans Molman, if that is his real name. I don't think. I
But
bet
he
it ain't.
remembers. But he
Because
remembers.
Tyler Season here from North Carolina.
Watching
Counseling
stuff
Tyler
right
Season,
now.
we're not gonna talk about
Hudson.
why.
We got Bolin
Well,
on.
Tyler C had only gotten to me about 90 days ago. I gotta say.
I'll bookmark it.
Kevin does say that she's never said she wanted to help. She said she was really challenged. So apparently she is watching tonight because Kevin's trying.
Kevin's covering his ass, isn't he?
Oh, no.
I'm
My
ready,
boss is
Kevin.
great. She would never do anything like that, can he?
We've had challenges the last 3 or 4 shows. I didn't see any matches coming in.
You know what, Kevin? There will be a challenge tonight. I can promise you.
Is there? Is there?
I promise you.
You got inside information.
I did.
I must not have been awarded yet.
Yeah.
I
did.
I went to the
Top
doctor.
secret information.
I went to the doctor's office today, and the good news is that the bad news wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was.
Oh, that's the good news.
We'll get into that on another show. I'm not going to go real deep into that tonight. But the good news is,
Good news and bad news.
yeah, good news is I got some bad news.
The bad news is there isn't any
good
good
news is I got some bad news.
Yeah. The bad news is I lied. There's no good news.
There is no good news. No. In all honesty, the bad news wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, it wasn't as bad as
There
you
are
thought it was
some
going to be.
adjustments that have to be made, and I do have to prepare for 1, 2, maybe 3 surgeries to get everything fixed that needs to be fixed.
3 surgeries.
I'll tell you one of those I didn't even think was on the table. They are strongly recommending me get knee replacement surgery because my knees have been bad for a long, long time. And
Nah, not
my
right
son
now.
said he
Not
ran
right
into
now,
some
Hudson.
people today walking in his neighborhood and said, "Man, I thought it was over for me." I thought
right,
knee
so let's
replacement
just-
surgery.
Knee replacement. So he says he needs 3 surgeries. So let's just get right into this. Let's just get right into this. I got something to show you guys here. Check this out. So check out this GoFundMe. Medical bills for Ken Bolin. Now, this GoFundMe is not from 2024. This GoFundMe is from 2019, okay? Let me blow this up a little bit. Just so we could see this. Schmidt, clip this and send it to Bolin, okay? So he says he needs 3 surgeries and one of them's a knee surgery. Okay, so look in the first line of the GoFundMe. I am now in the process of having 6 different surgeries, and I'm now done with 3 of them. Huh. The most serious was weight loss surgery. I have now lost 202 pounds in 2.5 years, and 129 pounds in 79 days. But now I am told I must have knee replacement surgery soon, or I will be in a wheelchair for life. And on top of that, I was told last week I have severe cataracts and will be legally blind in 1 year or so. God, that never happened either. If it's not one damn thing, it's another, guys. So I can really use my fans and friends help me if possible. Some have gave generously, but I will need at least $9,000 total to take care of my remaining bills. Listen, when I had spiral fractured my tibia and they had to put an implant in my leg, that was like a $22,000 surgery. There's no way he needs $9,000 for surgery, okay? Oh, 3 more surgeries if I am going to see, walk, or eat. I am trying to get all these done before September 2019. Interesting, Bolin. Kenny, your bullshit scams run, since it's Olympics season, the opening ceremonies were tonight in Paris. Your scams run an Olympic schedule, Bolin. Every 4 years, you just rinse and repeat. Eunice's dogs, Eunice's cats, fix the house, move Eunice, pay for somebody to move, send somebody to Disneyland. You just rinse and repeat your bullshit lies, Bolin, and nobody believes you. Nobody believes you. Get a new act, Bolin.
There was a joke, no, it won't help. I'm not the guy that'll help. People that were as big, nearly as big as you.
You could get diabetes.
Said 3 weeks later they were out and about, walking like they never thought they'd walk before within 3 or 4 weeks. I can't imagine that because I haven't been able to do that for so long. I was doing my tracker today to go to the doctor's office. I went down to the electric assistant's place, and that was, again, at least some decent news. And then I go to his Copeland claiming he's not drinking. It's not a Japanese table, is it? They're strong as hell.
What the hell is he talking about? I don't know what he's talking about.
Who brought up anything about a Japanese table? Or something? I don't know.
Maybe that's what he can challenge. Going to a Japanese table.
Going to a Japanese table? Maybe he. Yeah, I don't. I think he's drinking. That's what I do. So we used to have one badge member on here. We don't see much of him anymore. He used to get mad and accused of drinking, and he'd be drinking.
Yeah.
Who was that? Mountain Timer? Yeah, she ran in and meowed and
what did I say? Was
and
on,
took
what
off.
Did I say was on stage?
She's trolling.
Ramble.
Maybe. Oh, maybe you had the surgery.
Oh, the surgery. Yeah.
I don't know where she went.
Surgery.
Adam, I'm just going to give you one little suggestion, and I would be the one to give you. That
She's running around. She's got her nighttime zoomies.
Comedy's hard. So why don't you let the funny people tell the funnies around here? You know Foghorn Leghorn? I just told a funny boy and you ain't laughing. See, that's comedy.
No.
I'm the Norm Macdonald of podcasting.
Bolin just called himself the Norm Macdonald of podcasting, ladies and gentlemen.
So funny that only I get it.
Comment of the night. I'm the Norm Macdonald of podcasting.
A lot of people don't get it. Well, that just means they're dumb fucks. I'm all over it.
You're more like Norm Macdonald and kind of a mixture of Norm Macdonald and Don Rickles.
Well, yeah, that'd be a good mix. You just tell something ridiculous that nobody gets, and then you insult them for not getting it. That would be a Don Rickles. My doctor today and his assistant And I think he's wanting to talk. We're talking about percentages of body.
My doctor and his
and
assistant.
one of the patients is bragging about having 10% body fat. That's Kentucky.
You mean your fucking welfare doctor, Kenny?
We did warn everybody about the language, right? And I said George Foster. Who knows? So I know the guy's pretty young.
No.
But he's from Venezuela, so you think he might.
Not that I can recall, boss man.
And
I don't think
I said,
so.
You know who George Foster is.
Hey, can you guys hear the fan on the mic?
Fuck,
I've got the Dyson going. If it's coming through on the audio, let me know, man.
And I said George Foster had 2% body fat. I said I remember Joe Garagiola, who was my other favorite announcer that trained.
Tony Cooper.
Because this
No,
thing
not
is
Tony Cooper, but he
powerful and
broadcasted
loud.
him.
Kurt Gowdy.
Kurt Gowdy. And Kurt Gowdy trained who that we had on this show? Tim from
Tim
Fox, yeah, from Fox. And to see that's why you're here, to help me remember all the things that my medicine doesn't help me remember. And so we started talking a little baseball. And he says, actually, I do remember who George Foster. I said, no, you don't. I said, George Foster played in the 70s. I said, as a matter of fact, George Foster played on a team that swept.
So this
the
never
New York
happened.
Yankees.
This never
My
happened.
favorite team. I said, now I know you're a bullshit baseball guy. The Yankees, you live down here in redneck Louisville, Kentucky. Well, not maybe so much Louisville. You live in redneck Kentucky. Probably a suburban area because you can't afford to live in Louisville where I live. You live in one of these redneck suburban areas. And you're a Yankee fan. Bullshit.
Bolin thinks that he lives in a nicer house than his doctor.
Something about the Yankees, tell a story about Aaron Judge.
Bolin, you rent a fucking shack
Everything but the goddamn
in a house that's been converted into an apartment.
And he's related.
You barely fit through your front door, Bolin. You gotta walk sideways through your front door.
I think plays for the Seattle Mariners.
Oh, this guy's just so full of shit. Now his doctor has a relative in the major leagues.
Hang on, here we go. Herb Simmons has some Joe Garagiola. Have you noticed that Herb Simmons is just wallowing around in cash? Herb Simmons might be one of the richest men ever in wrestling. Just what he makes off conventions, advertising me alone, and then canceling me at the last minute. And then Herb Simmons, but Herb Simmons is still a Facebook watcher. He doesn't get the big YouTube account with the $20 membership, or maybe the $100 membership. How many of those have been sold, by the way, the $100 membership?
A number of
Take a look. Take a look.
zero is a number.
Oh, zero's the number? Okay. And we can't get Herb to watch on a paid membership with an auto deducting donation. Not a weekly donation like many of the people here, but he could afford a auto deducted daily donation out of Herb Simmons.
Would that Seattle player be Leo Rivas?
You know that name sounds right. He's from Venezuela, wherever he's from.
That's the only Venezuelan on the major.
Well, that would narrow it down, it would. And so it turns out his brother plays and the doctor's assistant is 27. We talk baseball quite a bit. And he said, man, Dr. Oldham's going to be furious if we don't get back here. He said, man, I can talk baseball with you. I said, let me guess. I said, Doc Oldham. Yankee fan? He said, actually, I think he is. That's all bullshit. Doc Oldham ain't never left Louisville. Yankee fan? I said, y'all fake-ass. So I go back and confront Doc Oldham. Well, the Reds are my favorite team.
Guarantee you that's not the doctor's
All right,
name.
all right, I'll give you that. And, and he turned out this little guy,
Guarantee it.
from Venezuela, he goes to a lot of the Louisville Bats games. He was telling me about Ellie Dela Cruz's minor league career. Shit, I didn't know, because I didn't know about Ellie Dela till a few days before he showed up.
Ellie
Hit
Dela.
a ball under the interstate. You know, I'm a powerful man. I've hit home runs in that ballpark. My ball didn't come anywhere near the interstate.
Wait.
Again, I hit mine right-handed.
Hold on a second.
The interstate.
Hold on a second. Let's hear that again.
You know, I'm a powerful man. I've hit home runs in that ballpark. My ball didn't come anywhere near the interstate.
Bolin says he hit a home run in the Cincinnati Reds ballpark.
Of course, then again, I hit mine right-handed, and mine went the opposite way.
This guy
to the
is just
interstate.
delusional, man.
So, yeah. The Joe Garagiola was first to play in
And I scored a goal on Patrick Waugh, Bolin,
I'll be damned.
when he was in his prime.
And Tim Brando's father did wrestling announcing in Louisiana, if I remember correctly. Tim Brando's dad had a tie.
This
there was
guy is
actually a
just-
guy from Louisville that was in
You want to know what I've noticed, Gonzo?
car from but a car.
Oh, no, never mind. They're
bought a
back.
car. Oh, okay.
I was saying Bolin took the
Yeah, he
sponsors
drinks.
off the show for the last
drinks.
couple episodes, but
And,
they're back.
But yeah, but Herb Simmons, how much do you figure he's made just advertising me on all those big shows? But we might be bringing, but it's never a confirmed.
Right.
And that, well,
Dennis
there
Miller's
was a
very
man there for a
conservative
while
boss
that
man.
looked like-
I don't care if it was a little league park, Schmidt. Bolin's never hit a home run in his life. He don't have the bat speed with his fucking equator. Let me tell you
Poster
something.
made, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
I don't believe it.
Me on that too, Dutch and
Dutch and Barbara Goodness.
yeah,
And I've seen the pictures of him when he was 17. He was a fat fuck then, too.
yeah. Yeah, you missed quite a few letters, is what you did.
Well,
Yeah, a lot of times, if you it's like if you spell an MLB, if you just spell M and then put CH, then we don't know what the hell you're talking about. So 2 letters.
Sultan of
detrimental
Sweat.
to the statement.
The Sultan of shit. It was more like it.
Herb Simmons with some Joe Garagiola history right there. You know what Joe Garagiola used to say? He said a lot of things, but this is one of the things he said. If you can hit,
Yogi used to tell me this.
yeah, Yogi
got a lot
told
of
him about
names.
it. He's name dropped more than I did. He's a big name dropper. But Garagiola, one of the great things he used to say, oh, if you can hit with a ball. I'm gonna call him on that. I never ever once saw.
He ain't going yard in
By
a
the way,
fucking
HBO Max.
any stadium. Like I said, Little League. He ain't going yard.
My doctor was telling me about it. He's, oh, have you seen the Pete Rose documentary? I said, I've seen it. It's coming. Oh, it's here. He said, it aired last night. I said, oh, shit. That's what they talk much about the gambling. He, yeah, they get into it a little bit. I said, all right. I said, well, don't
Got
tell
you
me
now.
too much. Not a bigger Pete Rose.
got
fan.
you now.
Pete Rose was the first player I ever loved.
Say
Got
hi.
to meet him a few times. He invited me to his club in
Say
Boca
hi.
Raton. Boca Raton. How many of you have ever been invited to Boca Raton?
He was comparing his home run to Ellie De La
Yeah,
Cruz
that's
home run,
my,
which went on
I'm
it.
invited to leave Boca.
Bro, there was no such thing as the Bolin home run, jaywalks. It never happened.
It's like Dangerfield used to say, yeah, I won 4 days and 3 nights in Vegas. Yeah, 4 days and 3 nights. What do I do with myself nights? I don't know, but get the fuck out of Vegas. You're not welcome there. It's only the days. It's only the days. So, good old Rock. So the doctor news could have been worse. There are some adjustments that need to be made. It could be a 2 or 3 stage surgery thing.
2 or 3 stage
There might be
surgery.
Boca Raton means rat mouth. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Herb, good to see you. When's your next big deal that you're going to screw me out of? When's the next thing you're not going to book me on?
Every show that he ever does.
LG&E has sent me a thing tells me to unlock energy savings. Where was that information when I needed it?
Ah!
All right, well, Twitter.
Herman, you're done.
20 minutes. Twitter. Bye.
Goodbye, Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lie from Bob right there, because, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot stream on Twitter unless you have Twitter Premium. Neither Bob or Bolin have Twitter Premium. Therefore, what Bob just said is a lie.
Got way more than I deserve.
Actually, you know what? I think you have to actually go live.
I've heard that. I don't think they run tonight or the previous show because I saw a thing light up that says if you don't buy the
Oh, okay, here you
$8
go.
market
Here you go.
ship, the membership, which I refuse to do. As a matter of fact, my last logo that I used on this show was the days that I had a verified account for free. You had to earn your verified account back then, the way I did. I didn't buy mine the way that some people in podcasting have done. Some old friends of mine bought their membership.
That's a complete lie. Go back on the Wayback Machine, pull up my Twitter from when I was a journalist. You'll see that I was verified. It was impossible to buy verification until Elon bought Twitter. That is a fact. Bolin's full of shit. You could not buy Twitter Premium back in the day. It was impossible. Because you had to go through Twitter to get it.
For $440. I didn't. I earned mine. The fans demanded that I get a August 3rd Haku making an appearance. Well, I'd be a bigger draw than him. I think everybody would agree, right? Haku, I mean, plus I could probably whip him.
Plus, everyone's
Is he the one I can whip? No, he's not the one I can whip. No. I have the wrong Haku. There's so many Hakus that are making appearances these days.
Who was
Some of them
dead,
I-
you would maybe have a 50-50 shot.
If he were dead, yeah, I'd like 50-50 on that. If. Lashley, MVP, Tamina. How you feel about
All
it?
those contracts are supposed to be expiring and not being.
When's okay? Here you go. Let me show you how much wrestling I watch. I haven't seen Tamina since COVID.
I haven't seen the MVP in forever.
MVP.
MVP doesn't work for the company anymore, does he?
Seemed to be the guy for the job, wouldn't you think?
It was the Hurt business was a decent faction, and
Yeah,
in
bad.
this day of factions, I think they could bring him back. But I mean, they're wasting Bobby Lashley. They really they got nothing.
Bobby wasting.
Bobby doesn't work for the company anymore, does he?
Since he got away from me. I'll be first.
Or no, am I thinking of,
his promo skills
Shelton
back
Benjamin?
after leaving me. I don't know what that says about me. But learned to do it his way. You know, John Cena was good when he got here. You know, The Miz was pretty good when he got here. My job was to teach him how to survive in the wrestling business, how not to be a locker room.
Oh, looks like Bobby Lashley's out.
That's my job. I've got that one for life.
Follow me.
But you know, and you know how to get up and down the road, and you know, be on time, be respectful, do what you're told.
Recent reports suggest that Bobby Lashley and MVP are likely leaving WWE. In a recent interview, Chief Content Officer Triple H all but confirmed this. This is according to the cage side seats. He's now got Bob guilting people into donating. Yeah, you're right.
Doing your matches, you know, don't enhance too much. Sometimes you think War Games wasn't live.
So if I'm gonna
There's a lot in there. There's a lot in there
If I'm
for a
gonna
guy that
do-
ain't donating.
Ah!
I'm gonna do Bloodline versus Bloodline. It's probably gonna be in a cage, right? So War Games is a good option there.
Well, you can't
we're-
have wrestling these days without a cage.
Wyatt 6, or I mean, you could do a like traditional Survivor Series match where it's like 5-on-5, whatever, elimination Survivor Series style thing. So if they want to drag some of those things out, like I don't think we'll see any kind of resolution. to
I
the
knew
Blood
something
Games.
wasn't right. I knew
Yeah,
something wasn't right.
Yeah, I was late. So.
Yeah.
You know, they have built the bloodline very, very patiently. So they have told this story for what now 3 years.
Coltrane was a no-show last night, I
Very
heard.
rare to get a story that told that long, and there is still obviously the big Roman return, and then I think that it's going to be like this. I think Jimmy will come back. Jay will.
SummerSlam was what date? August, I guess.
It's a week from this coming Saturday, I think.
Then I don't think there's any way Roman's coming back for SummerSlam.
No, I think there's going to be like a
That's a little quick. I didn't realize it was that quick.
yeah. I think Jimmy shows back up and helps with coaching those guys. And then Jay, who's on the whichever Uso.
I can't keep up with my
Yeet
Usos.
Uso.
I know Sammy
reluctantly-
Usos. The tailor of the Usos is the only one I can keep up with.
Yes, the redhead.
And I could not name one person in the other Uso group. I can't name one of them.
Solo.
All right, now that you dropped it, if it'd been multiple choice, I'd have got him.
Oh yeah, for sure, Gonzo. Smartest too.
Tonga Loa and Loa Tonga.
I would have never gotten any of the three of those on one guess. I'd have had to hear the names and then wonder how many of those
Oh, yeah.
wrestled in the 70s. I'd have had to how many of those wrestled in the 70s.
They are very 70s kind of names.
My doctor wants me eating more fish and more protein. That's all right. I did
That's
cut out
hard.
my macaroni and cheese and my tater salad, which I always have in the house because I thought I was doing good. Because I only have a little bit. And still to this day, 5 years later, my meals are very small, but due to budget, very carb heavy in some cases, making the meal go further.
Due to budget.
So I've eliminated. No, I love.
Stop buying shit on Temu and y'all money for food, you fucking retard.
Because it takes me a week to go through a bag. It's just a regular bag, you know, not the family size, industrial size bag. But so I figure if you just eat one of those for the first week or so, that's not so bad. Well, doc said, yeah, you know, no. And so his suggestion for me was 3 meals a day. Your meals are done by 6. No snagging, and if you're hungry, if you want something, because a lot of times we eat out of boredom. He says I specialize in this, and I get bored and eat. So he says your go-to are your flavored waters. He did say the soft drinks ain't as bad as I thought. He said I'd love to get everybody off from them. And he said there's so much shit. He says most of your options are shit that causes cancer. Well, so far I've been lucky. Like the flaming Cheetos, the Costco hot dogs, you know.
You're better off with a diet soda than a regular soda, but
well, yeah.
You're better off with water than a diet soda.
You're better off with water than a diet soda, which what he pointed out today. He didn't slap me as hard as I thought he was, because he was asking me, he says, what's in your house that you know is bad? And I said, well, what's good is that I don't eat much of any of it at any one time. Those days are gone. And but we were trying to figure out why I was retaining so much water weight. As you know, I put on 44 pounds of water weight. You couldn't see it in my face for some reason. It was all in my legs, and maybe a little.
It was all in my legs.
But 44 pounds of water weight is a lot, and it was a lot.
Really bad for your knees, and then that.
Well, it's bad for your knees and bad for your heart. Bad for your heart. Well, part of that is a lot of my heart medications and blood pressure medicines I had not taken in months and months and months because I didn't feel I needed them because I felt fine, and I ran out of them. The doctor did not re-prescribe any. If I needed them, I guess they would re-prescribe them, and they didn't do it. So now I got to go see my cardio doctor to talk to them about the knee surgery and when to possibly do that. And to get back on a lot of, not a lot, but probably 5 or 6, which could be a lot for some people. A lot of medications I probably need to get back on.
Well, boss man, he does show videos of underage women and pictures of underage girls on Boland's show, so I don't really think Jaywalks is saying anything that's too off base.
I don't expect the guys, I don't think our audience they come up with this, but when
Boland's just lucky he's a nobody.
resorts to cussing, I know they're pretty frustrated.
If he was big like Cornette, ooh.
I sent you that last email as I saw it. And here's the thing. I was picturing him at least laying comfortably in a hospital bed, getting the shittiest of food, but at least being cared for. No, they're not illegal out of the hospital. They get arrested if they do. Get arrested if you leave the hospital. Can you imagine that in America? As much as people like to bitch about how bad the place is and how bad healthcare is, you get arrested because you left the hospital. They normally encourage you to leave the hospital, and they'll deal with you later. They have him set. Do you have a picture? Just show the picture.
Yeah. Oh, we got a picture, huh?
See who gives a shit. And he's been in his chair for the better part of 2 weeks now.
Been in a chair for 2 weeks. They won't let him leave.
The original amount of money.
Let's take a look at this.
They got some fresh air.
Let's take a look at this. I gotta watch my descent here. Hold on. Overspeed. This is not somebody in the hospital, I'll tell you that. God, I can't wait. Hold on a second, guys. Oh, Bob ain't no. That's no. Bob doesn't have a case against anybody, boss man. He has to be able to show that we cost him money or that he was defrauded of a service. You know, it's not the way it works. Let the wannabe lawyer worry about that. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me bring this over here real quick. Let's 720 this shit. All right, check this out, guys. According to Bowen, this is Vanessa's father being held hostage in the hospital.
Maybe she did. My father said that's.
Look at this guy. He's sitting in a chair. He's got. Keep in mind, this guy. He says this man hasn't been able to leave the hospital for 2 weeks. If he tries to leave, they'll arrest. Look how clean his clothes are. Who are these people standing on the patio? You're not fooling anyone, Bowen. Nobody believes you. The jig is up. You gotta find a new act, Bowen. Your shit reminds me of George Lopez telling the same jokes for 15 years. It's disgusting, Bowen.
They've had him there for 2 weeks.
They've had him there for 2 weeks.
No hospital bed.
No hospital bed.
Need those for other patients that were gonna fuck over later. That's where he's been for 2 weeks. And I said, well, I said, flip them the bird on the way out. They keep giving them deals they know they can't do. And I said, flip them the bird and just fucking go home. No, Kenny, they'll arrest us.
They'll arrest us.
Because you left the hospital. Way to go, Philippines. You're kicking ass.
I wonder how good the jails are. Probably better than the hospital.
Repeat that?
So I wonder how good the jails are in the country. Maybe better than the hospital.
Maybe better. Maybe better.
You
I
know.
don't know.
So his hospital bill was 20,000 patients, which they
A little
wanted.
bit higher than that, I think.
Yeah, but roughly.
Yeah.
You're full of shit, Bob.
Before they could
Around $400.
Right. So then they finally said, okay, you can pay us 10,000 this month and 10,000 next month. They think that's Vanessa's like, that's a great deal. I'm like, Vanessa, you don't have 10,000.
You
You're not
don't
gonna
have
have 10,000 next month.
Yeah,
How's
you don't
it a
have
big deal?
10,000 and you don't have the 10,000 they want. So no, it's horrible.
Our boys who, God bless them.
Multiple daddies. I feel like she's cheating on me. Multiple daddies. I hope that's a misspelling.
Multiple daddies.
Yeah.
You hear this? Somebody report this guy, man.
You're a cat. You're a cat man. Is what you are.
Yeah, I'm a cat.
Cat man.
Childless cat man.
Powerless cat man.
So her boys go out and they run down to the river and they gather whatever bamboo that they can get to sell. And they raise 1,500 pesos, which is really pretty damn good.
$30 in the Philippines. A lot
They
of
still
money.
need 8,500 pesos. And now she's telling us, not to give out her, she says, they're not worried about the other 10,000. That's going to be the promissory note. Like, you're still going to have to pay it.
Or they'll come and arrest you.
But if she can borrow 3,500 from someone else, just hoping that we come up with 5,000 pesos, which
Yeah.
is, you know,
It's
$105,000.
$100. About $100.
To get him out of the fucking hospital.
To get him out of the fucking hospital so he can go home.
And that was her
He's
word.
got
She doesn't
stage
cut.
3 tuberculosis. Yeah.
She's not
Vanessa-
Bolin,
She's not cuffed, and Vanessa is the one that
put me on the phone with a hospital.
scary.
I got the money right here.
Never gonna be answered. I don't think she's ever had one answered other than what me and Bob do. But Bob is
I
not
dare you, Bolin.
I am. Well, God sent me the. Okay, all right. Now I understand Trump's. So God sent me you. Okay?
No more bowling for
At least
me.
I'm charitable. You can't find
I
any
didn't
fucking
have.
charitable.
He didn't have a whole lot, so he sent me you.
Where did Herb Crimmins go? I started talking to him about that revolving donation. He just comes out daily. August 3rd. Well, he probably can't book me on that because I got other shit I got to get done. And,
No, you don't. And he wouldn't book you anyway. Nobody wants to see
Evansville
you.
was roughing up on me. St. Louis is twice the trip, and in zone.
At current exchange rate, 3,500 pesos is about $150. With fees, it's going to add up to 170.
Well,
I don't know,
we have a way to do it without fees
well, I mean, you can.
if we get the donations.
Okay. So the actual exchange rate is $155. The exchange rate we're going to get charged by the place that doesn't get any fees is going to
Yeah.
be more like 150,
The
160.
coast of Egypt,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Flat out exchange rate.
The Dead Sea.
Yeah, I got you.
Had that. So
Yeah, they all do.
I said I would. I don't have it. I'll just be flat out. I don't have it right now. It's the end of the month. I'm about
Yeah.
to give Jelly Bean a month.
Well, yeah. Plus, we have the other thing going on.
And plus another thing that she has that I gotta take care of. But I will take care of it. I don't have it,
Yeah.
but I'm going to. So I don't have it. Or I would be more than happy to take care of it. But I will do this. I'm gonna make a $50 challenge. That if 2 more people can come up
Yeah.
with $50 that you want to
Oh, man.
we'll get her out of the hospital. We'll get her dad out of the hospital. I can't. We're not going to promise anything about
That seems like a reasonable challenge to me.
yeah, we're not going to promise anything about the rest of the money because maybe she'll get a job and maybe she'll get a lot.
You never know.
But
You never know.
let's
Well,
get
plus
her out
she's
of
going to lose. Plus she's going to lose her job if we don't get her out of the hospital.
Right.
I said, well, why don't you have your boys come down there and stay with him? Well, they got to go to school, and I'm not going to put that burden on my boys. They have to go to school. I said, well, all right, I see that.
So I don't challenge.
That never
folks,
happened.
I don't ask for folks for specific things very often.
And Hospitard and Billy Sellers and those of you, we can't leave the guy there for next Friday. We need 2 people that ain't gonna miss it that might be able to help us out.
Oh, wow.
People that can do 25.
This guy's sick.
I need to help Honey Rose. Honey Rose, they've got a lot of flooding going on, and Honey Rose needs about $20 just to get some food in her house. The store
Honey
she goes to get
Rose.
her money at is flooded. Where she gets her food at is flooded. She's gonna have to. I think she called it. God. It's similar to one of our delivery places, but they want to charge her $7 to bring her food. That's, well, yeah, for you that's a lot of money, but you need food, and so it's going to be about $27, $28 just to get her some food for a few days. And so I told her that after the show that I would help.
This
her
guy's
with that.
sick, man.
I get paid tomorrow, but I'm going to try to knock out some of these little things that are piling up. And
See, I don't get paid again until the 1st. So I mean, I've got
Wow.
Yeah.
Or again,
Well, that's
if I
kind of
get
the
paid,
boat.
I'll probably be okay.
But with Charlie, I now get my check 2 days early. My rent is not due to the 4th.
Bob doesn't have any savings, and he
So
gave it all
Charlie,
to
I get my
bowling.
rent a little early, and I did get a little electrical assistance, which bought me some time to pay my electric bill, which now will not be due until August. I think I saw August 9th. What's the date now? And they dramatically reduced
There's
the
the
amount I
airport.
owe. So that was a big help. So a little relief there. And back in the days of COVID, I used to say, if I get rental assistance, you
I
get
believe it, Gonzo.
when I get electric assistance, I try to pass that on a little bit to those in need that need help. I'm still
Let's
waiting
get that gear down.
to be paid out to me once I get. Though that's we know the boat you're in, Nicole. We're not worried about you. We know you always do what you can when you can. Billy, we always know you're good for a little something at the beginning of the month.
Beginning of the month, because Billy Sellers literally sends Bowen parts of his welfare check. You sick fuck. Billy said it himself.
It's all the other people that we're talking to that never donate, never support. So you insult 90% of us. It's way more than that. Way more than that.
And you know what? We're here to help people out. If you don't want to help people out, then maybe
I
there's
don't
a
know
reason
why they're
you're
here.
here.
I don't know why they're here.
I mean,
Because 3 days a week, this is 3 days a week for years and years. This is what we do, and we try to entertain you along the way for your help.
2,500.
Oh, by the way, allow me to do this. Take the sponsors down for this week, because I'm going to go into a bit of a. Hopefully, this will motivate 2 people to donate $50. All right, there you go. I think I've covered this with you after the show the other day. And then I dropped this on Anthony Scaramucci today. I dropped it on 3 of my wrestling friends, and 2 of them don't speak to me anymore because they know there's truth in what I want to say they don't speak to me. They haven't responded to me. 2 of my 3 wrestling buddies haven't responded to me. Do you realize, and this might, remember, we have not addressed the people about this yet. Do you realize that the reason that Trump got beat the last time he ran for president, I single-handedly...
Korean kick a
there's
whore.
truth behind this. There's truth behind this. I single-handed... And I didn't realize it until the other day when somebody
That's a new
who was
one.
a supporter of Anthony Scaramucci on Twitter pointed it out to me. I can't believe as much as I love to
Let's just say
play my own tune, blow myself, has been said a time or two. I did not think about this, but when they said it to me, I said, you know what, when I analyzed that whole situation, they're right. I single-handedly defeated Donald Trump, little old Kenny Bowling from LaGrange, Kentucky, who at the time had not quite reached 60 years of age.
I don't know.
I single-handedly ruined Donald Trump's chances of being the president.
Interesting.
Well, how the hell, Kenny, can you take credit for that? Well, I don't.
Is
have
he
to take
serious?
credit for it. Other people have given me the credit for it, and Anthony Scaramucci himself on his show on 2 separate occasions has, in a roundabout way, given me credit for
In a
doing it.
roundabout. What does that
Without
even
me,
mean, Bowen?
It don't happen.
What?
Without me, and y'all can shit on it all you want, it's fucking the truth, and I'm going to tell the truth. Without me, what destroyed Donald Trump wouldn't happen. Now, I can't take credit for talking to Uncle Joe Biden and stepping down and then rejuvenating that fucking campaign with Kamala Harris, who the old fat orange man still likes to insult her and call her names. J.D. Vance is a very racist son of a bitch. He's a
So are you, Bowen.
I don't know who she's going to pick for vice president, but whoever it's going to be, it ain't going to be anything like J.D. Vance. And I am, and there's Twitter proof to prove this. Kamala Harris was my pick for president way back when. No, she didn't do so good. She didn't get out of the first round of the NCAA tournament, but she was my pick because she's smart, intelligent, black.
Smart
Asian,
and... Whoa.
And we need some...
Black?
A little different.
You picked her because
that
she's
represents
black?
The rest of America.
What does that have to do with her ability to do the
Now,
job,
J.D.
Bowen?
Vance is saying, well, if you're a Catwoman,
And he also said
you're
that she's
responsible
smart
for
and
the
intelligent.
child.
Did you just say the
You
same
have a
thing
lot to
twice?
say in the laws and
Man.
phrase it better than I'm doing, Bob. What you say? And then I'm going to get into why I single-handedly destroyed Donald Trump.
So he said, J.D. Vance said,
Sink rate.
this country is being ruined
Sink
by
rate.
a lot of
Sink rate.
childless
Sink
cat,
rate.
cat ladies
Sink
who
rate.
are miserable and
30,
they want to make the
20,
rest of the
10.
United States miserable. And in another separate speech said that if you are childless, you should have less say about what's going on because you don't have an investment in the future of America the way parents do because parents should be invested with their children.
Yeah.
And that somehow that gives them more voice
Yeah.
in what's going on. Now, never mind the fact that
Named Pete Buttigieg in this, who, by the way, has a child. One or two.
Kamala has stepchildren.
Kamala has stepchildren. Sure does.
who are married. And you try to tell someone that's a step parent that they're not a parent.
Their stepkids don't matter.
They're not.
Yeah, you try to tell them their stepkids don't matter. Wrong. But
Insult a woman of power because she's black. That doesn't go
well,
far.
she's the DEI hire. So DEI
She is the DEI hire.
code word for the N-word.
Biden said it.
Oh, she's a DEI hire. Okay.
They just came up with another word to say what they shouldn't be saying. DEI
Yeah.
hire knew it. Tommy Tuberville, on the other hand, allow me to address this real quick. Cameron, who we know as Little Jimmy LeBeau, and Cam Moron, unfortunately, with all
Dual
the
personality.
Well, it's the resort. It's Sharm el Sheikh. You know, it's like the tip of Egypt.
lost his father. He had some elbow pain, a knot on his elbow, and
We're breaking barriers down here.
I'm sure, like I would have probably done, his father probably ignored it for a period
It's a
of
historic
time.
flight.
And when he got it diagnosed, it was a serious type of cancer. And we thought he had a fair amount of time to live. It was going to be rough. It was going to be an uphill battle. But unfortunately, it took him over very quickly. And when we thought he might have at least weeks to live, it turned out it was only days. And he passed away Saturday night, if I remember, at 2 o'clock in the morning. I know, T-Mac.
Don't start crying, Bolin. Oh, Jesus. He's so easy to predict. Look at, he's crying.
Cameron's my buddy.
Oh, man.
Cameron's been in my home more times than I can count.
Ah, the birth Pesci. Oh, man. Don't let Pesci see that.
Tonight's with me. My son adores him. And Cameron has been an important person in my life since back in the old house that I used to live in, that I left to get out of there to get over here for a much better place. And his father, Cameron, I don't know. I think your dad was younger than me. I know he's a hard worker. Had a great job, supported for his family. Took you guys overseas to go on vacation. I know that you all were near Dublin, Ireland. I know that you all had plans on seeing Maya while you were over there. And the sad thing is I only met his dad a time or two. I met him at a wrestling show in Memphis the last time me and Cornette took a trip together down there for the Terry Funk. Jerry Lawler. Well, Cameron's dad was there. And Cameron said his father was the most proud thing that he ever did is when Cameron broke into the wrestling business. And I'm always shitting on Cameron about what he's done in the business, and I still do. But Cameron's dream is to wrestle a match in the building where his father came down here to see Jerry Lawler and Terry Funk and myself.
He doesn't have any AMC stock.
There. And it was such a fun night. And Bert Prentice made all that happen. Bert Prentice got us our tickets. He got the meeting that I got to have with
That's a British Airways here, huh?
I love Bert Prentice. Bert was
what is
I've
that?
heard some people try to talk a little bit.
What is that over there?
Passed away, but I tell you what, he was never nothing but good to me and my son. Never nothing
Is
but
that
good.
757?
And Cameron lost his dad way too fucking early. And
Is that fucking
A350?
A350?
I think Christopher went to the memorial today, so I know they haven't
I
buried
don't know what that is.
because the memorial was today. But Cameron has been a good fucking friend. Cameron's been ready to whip some ass for anybody that tries to fuck with me. He's on his car when we know where they live, and I've had to talk him out of it a few times. Because Cameron's a tough motherfucker. We used to tease Cameron about having, it's not supposed to be funny, but retard strength, because we get on him. You know, you got retard strength. Well, he's a strong motherfucker. And all I know is that if I'm going to be in a fight, I want that guy and my son with me. Because I don't care how many people's on the other side, I don't like the fucking chances. He's a tough son of a bitch. And so I just want you to know, Cameron, we're here for you. You know me and my son are going to be here for you. I want you to go out to Two Rivers with me and have that great dinner out there with good people. Not the Trump supporters, but, you know, the other. All right, that's all you're going to be.
The other.
Yeah, the other people. And we're going to do Bear Nose again here real soon. I guess probably for SummerSlam. So, man, I appreciate you popping in here and saying hey on a very fucking tough day for you. Yeah, goddamn T-Maker, you did. I forgot about that. Cameron joined T-Maker. Cameron might be the only other person other than
Love that chicken from scamming. That's a good song.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Overall, a nice guy. There's a backhanded compliment in there if you look for it. Yeah, overall,
You know,
all right.
on the whole, he's not totally.
Yeah. Well, no, I appreciate you popping in here, Cameron, and I know today was a real tough day. Me and Chris do not do funerals, especially me. I've already made it clear I won't be doing my own.
Me and Chris don't do funerals. Funerals? Nah. Nah, I don't do those.
Has been going through some shit in his own.
That reminds me of when Robert De Niro did Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live is 2 shows. You have the dress show, which is like a practice round. Then you have the live show. So De Niro shows up to do Saturday Night Live, and he does the dress show, and everything's fine. He goes back to his green room. Guy comes into the room. He says, "Mr. De Niro, we're getting ready for the live show. Do you need anything?" And De Niro goes, "Live? No. I don't do live." Robert De Niro didn't know that Saturday Night Live was actually live, you know? Funerals? Nah. Bolin don't do funerals.
Sure, he was there for you today. And that today told me alone what you mean to him. Because he don't do that shit. He don't do it. And he was there today. And that told me right there how much he meant to me. Sorry. Now I feel like shit for taking credit for all this Trump shit. But I'm going to. So thank you
Get
for
back to
dropping it.
anyway. After JD Vance,
I'm
and
gonna
after
take
the-
credit for
the
Trump.
remaining women that the Republican Party does not.
Whoever thought they might vote for them ain't real happy right now. And JD Vance, another very famous.
I'd like to take the time to announce now,
out of Nashville. You know her name.
on election night, actually on election day, I'll probably do like a long, I'm talking like 12, maybe 14-hour stream. There's going to be no gameplay. It's going to be around-the-clock election coverage. We're going to call this fuck CNN. This is the BNN, the Barclay News Network. You know what I'm saying? Election day coverage here. Make sure you tune in. And believe me, if Bowen decides to go live on election night, we're going to restream his fat ass.
Bob.
Because I can't wait to see his face.
Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is a 35-year-old
Taylor.
woman who loves her fucking cat.
Has no
So she
children.
was posting pictures. She hasn't endorsed anybody yet. Well, why hadn't Taylor endorsed Kamala? Not needed yet. Big wave going right now. There's only
What does
so
he
high
think
the
an
wave
endorsement
goes.
from
You
Taylor
got-
Swift is going to
let the
do?
wave come back down a little bit.
What?
And
You
then
don't wanna
Taylor
spike
can
it.
put her feet.
Yeah, you don't want to spike it when it's high. You want to
No. It's like I told people about the storyline with Roman. Well, we need Roman and Braga. No, it's Copeland. We don't. It's not time
This guy's
for
insane,
that.
man.
Timing. It's not time for the Swifties to chime in yet. Because they've already gotten the biggest spike in donations and the biggest spike in registrations since Taylor Swift did it. They broke her record. Charlie XCX? Charlie XCX motivated more people than Taylor Swift did?
Yeah, well, just wait till October.
Charlemagne the God, who wasn't going to vote for neither one of them. Charlemagne the God, very big in the black community.
No, he's
thrown
not.
His hat in the ring and behind Kamala Harris.
Bowen doesn't even know who the fuck Charlemagne is. Get the fuck out of here, Bowen. You
So
fucking
can have your
fraud.
Kid Rock, you can have your racist ass Kid Rock also. You can have your racist ass Hulk Hogan. By the way, I just go through my account now, and if people are blowing Hogan, and one girl I've known forever, her name was Patricia. Probably gonna wonder why she got blocked today. My president took a bullet for his country. I said, your president raped somebody. Known her forever.
Even the FBI isn't certain that it was a
No.
bullet.
And there's a reason. There's a reason for it. They won't release the medical records to show that a bullet hit his ear. Well, you know, in the way Trump is, if they had medical proof that his ear got hit by a bullet, don't you think he'd be blowing that shit up 10 times what we've already heard? He wore a tampon on his ear for a week. And his son said, well, the gunman blew off half my father's ear. Well, I saw his ear yesterday, Bob. How much of the ear did you see was missing?
It might have been a little tip. But
No,
At
we're
least
not-
Bob is
we're not
honest.
We're not describing Coltrane's penis.
Whoa!
No. We don't know if even a tip is missing. We think I think he got scratched by a piece, which eyewitnesses said happened. No, he didn't get hit by a bullet because nobody behind the direction of the bullet went down. Or the direction of what he was selling, which was a piece of glass. And I don't normally get into the conspiracy theories too much, but this one makes
Okay.
sense.
This one makes
And they won't
sense.
release the medical records.
What a sick
If he
fuck,
really got hit
man.
by a bullet and a doctor or a
What a
hospital was
sick
willing to
fuck.
put their name behind that, he'd be all over it shit.
Well,
And
it
now
turns
the
out that he's
FBI is
5'11".
now even the fucking FBI is saying we're not so sure. This is the fucking FBI.
This
We're
guy
not
is
so
one
sure
sick
he got hit by
cunt.
a
You
bullet.
know that?
So they're not saying he didn't. I guess to leave. Did not totally bury his lying ass. And we'll put the sponsorship back up a little bit. But so back to me. So when I had Scaramucci on, he still worked for Donald Trump. He had not yet appeared on the Bill Maher show. I found out that Scaramucci was following me on Twitter, so he had 1.5 million followers. Could not believe Anthony, because I knew who he was.
Come on, Sheriff!
I'm about as political as you get for a stupid guy. And I was just blown away that a guy that worked for Donald Trump former White House communications director, former White House press secretary, was following me, and he was still working for Trump.
He was
when
not the
followed
White
me.
House press secretary, by
I
the
reached
way.
out to him, followed him back.
He was not
Appreciated
the
it.
White House
You
press
gotta give him a show
secretary.
sometime. I think he was a little put back that I was willing to have him on my show. He just followed me because John Cena told him to, more or less.
No, he didn't.
And
That never
that's
happened.
The story I was told.
No, you weren't.
And
You just made that up, Bolin.
a great friendship was formed that night.
You made
He
that
called
up
me, and I
100%.
saved his number on my landline. That's what they sound like for those of you that never heard. That's what they sound like. He called me on my landline.
No, he
we got
didn't.
done with the show, and about 10:30, 11 o'clock that night, my landline rings. And I look at the phone, and it lights up Anthony Scaramucci. You know, it had the real caller ID and everything. So I answer the phone, and he apologizes for disturbing me. I was like, no, it's not disturbing me. No, if Anthony Scaramucci calls, I answer the phone. What can I do for you? He said, I just wanted to tell you, I know that you claim to be an atheist, and I don't think you are. I said, well,
Never happened.
to me, atheists have never been bad people.
Never happened.
And I know I'm going to offend a shitload of you, but this is just how I view it.
100% never
It
happened.
was, I got sent the clip where a guy said that I wasn't as big a piece of shit as Cornette because Jimmy really shits on people that don't like Trump or believe in God. And Kenny doesn't shit on us as bad as Jimmy does. Kenny's less of a piece of trash than Jimmy is. I said, oh, there's a compliment in there somewhere if you go look for it. So I said, well, if you want to come over and have the comment, I left him a comment on his podcast. If you want to come over and have the conversation, we'll have it, but the rules are, you treat me with respect, I will treat you with respect, but you're already insulting me because I don't believe in the tooth fairy. So here's what we're going to do. I will not insult you because you do believe in the tooth fairy.
Give me a break, Sheriff!
Me because I don't. Well, let's start there. So apparently that comment got deleted. So then I left another comment on my other account that doesn't have as many followers saying, hey, looks like you said you wanted to have
I hear
me
a
on.
prop plane, but I don't
Reach out
see
to me.
it.
Well, here's your opportunity. So now we're going to try it again, just in case you didn't think the first one was me. You know this one's me. And I have not followed back up. But he has not reached out to me. Like Rene Dupree has not reached out to me. So a lot of people are wanting to reach out to me that aren't doing it. So, but
Maybe that's because they don't want to reach out to you, Bone.
And have the conversation as to why Kenny does not believe. Oh, and I knew he was talking about me. He tells the story about. So just because you didn't find a baseball, he's not talking about me. I don't think he realizes it's my story because he did not tie me to it. Just because you didn't find your baseball.
That looks like a 757 right
And then he
there.
goes into some ridiculous reason as to why.
Two 7.4s at the end of the
And I
runway.
said, no, this proves you're ignorant because the story, number one, I wasn't 7, I was 11 or 12. And number two, it was a joke.
Maybe that's an 8.3.
that
Well,
me
it's
and
got
Jimmy
Rolls
told
Royce
him, Kenny,
engines
why don't
on
you
it.
believe in God? Well, I was looking for my baseball one day.
The
So we learned to work
cockpit kind of.
stupid
No,
fucking
it's not big
things
enough to be an
that
A350.
are knowledgeable of the wrestling business. Or the
I think it's a
podcasting
7.5,
business. Learn
man.
how people are working. We
No,
told
it
that
can't
story
be.
12, 13, 14 years ago on his show.
That's an
in
Airbus.
2012. Maybe 2013 is when we told that. I'm the one that told the baseball.
Royal Jordanian down
Only I
there.
wasn't 7. I quit believing in God around apparently 6 or 7 because I remember when they used to make us stand up and pray, I'd look around, I wouldn't close my eyes. I wouldn't worship no flag. So I was making my grounds around 6 or 7. Age 11 is when I stood up to my parents. I said, if you motherfuckers, this is how I said it, you motherfuckers ain't going to church, I ain't going to church. It's bullshit.
There's the 7.4s down there, a couple of them. The Queen of the
Your
Skies.
dad
So-
said, your stepdad said, how'd you know I was fucking your mother?
Yeah, how'd you know? So, you know what? All that. I'm going to get this here, but I'm looking.
We're an hour in. We're 30 minutes over the allocated time.
Oh,
We got nothing. Not even
No,
personal
no,
challenge.
we got something.
That's,
Now, good Chris, who has
oh shit.
donated twice this week, is now done it a third time, and then his previous 2 donations were like 40 and 45. He has donated 25, and he is the only donation of the night. Chris, we appreciate you trying, buddy. We appreciate you trying. So back to the Scaramucci thing. So I told Scaramucci what was going to happen. He's going to turn on you.
No, you
You're a
didn't.
decent man. You're a good man. That's why we're having this show tonight. Yeah, you're a devout Catholic. I'm a devout atheist.
Hold on. He's already interrupted. I'm going to address it. It's not.
Bolin did not. I repeat, Bolin did not have Anthony Scaramucci on his show when Scaramucci was part of the Trump administration. Never happened. Kenny can't prove it happened. And if you can prove it happened, Kenny, I will give you $1,000. I will send you a Venmo for $1,000. But when you can't prove it, I want you to admit that you're a big fat fucking liar, because that's exactly what you are. There has never been anybody from any active White House administration on your fucking show watched by 12 fucking people. Ever. This is a lie.
Not that I want to leave. It's that we're here to raise money to help people. We're not getting any money in. We're wasting our time. Kenny's time's important. My time's important.
The agreement is 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We give you 30 minutes for free.
And we do have a little bit that we banked from last time.
We do.
Got a bunch.
And we gave back on some of those bankings on a couple of shows.
Yeah, we did on Monday. So on
Yeah,
Tuesday.
we gave back.
But it's not because I want to leave, but it's because, look, we're trying to raise money for people here, and if we're not raising money, I got better things to do. I mean, Kenny's got better things to do. Even if it's watching television.
Make another one, dickhead.
You guys don't.
Teammaker, let me address
Teammaker.
Let me address Teammaker real quick. Teammaker, you do so much for us as it is. You know goddamn well I'm not talking to you, and I appreciate that. And I wish I could learn. I wish I could learn the day trade.
25 people. I made the list, right?
20
These
yeah.
folks.
Teammaker said his day trades don't hit his
talking
account
about
until 1 a.m.
It's the 50 people that are watching.
Okay,
that aren't on
Teammaker.
this list.
What do you think you are, me?
Watch every freaking show.
Fuck out of here,
and
bro.
they
Teammaker.
never give a dollar.
You work in IT, bro.
Or get a membership. We help that way.
You are not a fucking Wall Street guy.
And you can't tell
Stay
me
the
you
fuck
ain't got
out of my
time.
business. I will
And
eat
it's
your
very
lunch.
frustrating when I look out there and I see people who are spending $30, $40, $50 for their Uber Eats and they can't spend $5.
We got a lot.
This fucking Uber Eats line, Bob inherited that line from Bolin. That used to be Bolin's line. Now Bob literally says the Uber Eats line on every show. Bob, you sound fucking pathetic, brother. Sell your Porsche if you need to get Vanessa's dad out of the fucking hospital. Or get a better job, Bob. Or just put me on the phone with a hospital and I'll pay it myself. You won't.
Lot of
On
them.
somebody that
Something came in, I'll guarantee goddamn
they
you
must
it's
be
one of the
brown skinned
regulars.
across the world.
It's one of the regulars.
Yeah, I guarantee you this is from one of the regulars. And we're not even talking to the regulars.
One of the people you can
Not
scam,
really
you mean?
John Paul, not really you, you
And
guys.
John
really-
Paul knows that. I hope
Yeah,
he knows.
all of you
And John
guys
Paul knows.
that
And Pesci knows.
almost everybody here that participates in this chat is good about donating, and even those that don't give a lot.
Literally, the dude was sitting in a plastic chair,
Kevin Marr
Gonzo.
donated 5.
What?
We're up to 30
He's
now.
been in that chair for 2 weeks, Bolin said. Okay.
Yeah, I told you it was one of the regulars.
Let me send Vice News out to that hospital in the Philippines.
It's just honestly, I don't know why you do it. To be
Well,
honest. $30 is better than nothing, right? So
Better than nothing.
At least that.
better than nothing.
I don't know why you do it, because he's
We are
broke, Bob.
trying to get,
He needs money.
And I see
He lives on the welfare state.
Vanessa's father out of the hospital.
I see the dozens, literally.
All right,
dozens
I'll do it after I get the plane in the air.
You're on a fixed income.
Actually, you know
I'm
what?
not talking about him.
But
Reed would boss me and put in the
there are
PWO chat.
dozens
On
and
Facebook?
Teammaker and I, or Teammaker's getting ready to do something very nice for my family that I haven't got to do in 7 years. I'll keep it private, but he offered, and I didn't realize the way that he offered it. And then, but he offered. I haven't done in 7 years. The last time I got to do what we're going to do, I did with Jimmy Cornette when we were friends.
What's the deal with hospital
and,
bills?
We're going to get to do it again here.
Okay, hold
real
on.
soon. So, Teammaker, you obviously know I'm not talking about you.
Yeah,
It's
I
those
mean-
that watch every fucking show
Hold
and
on.
don't want to help these people.
you want me to name
The
everybody,
reason
I'll
we're
go
here,
down the
I mean,
list and read
it's
it.
well documented that I'm here 3 days a week trying to help these people. Honey Roses, the Unices, the Ruby Mays. I mean, I don't have to show all their pictures again. We do it almost every show. You know who they are. Vanessa.
Hold on.
Who's in a bad fucking situation right now. Put yourself in her place.
Bossman says it looks like the Filipino stuck in the hospital story is usually a scam. This is from a subreddit called Philippine Expats from 9 months ago. What's the deal with hospital bills? Do hospitals basically hold you hostage until you pay the complete bill for whatever treatment you walked in for? I've already experienced this from 2 different girls I've dated. Someone in the family gets sick. Then they start asking for money, saying they need to pay the hospital, and their family member is just waiting in the hospital until the bill is, then they can be released. And by waiting, I'm talking about days and days. Even if the patient is medically discharged, apparently the patient is not allowed to leave until the bill is paid. Is this a normal procedure for hospitals? Update. I asked for a photo of the patient in the hospital. I was told they were in a private room. I argued it shouldn't be that hard to take a quick photo in a private room. When nurse or doctor walk away, magically I received a photo of the patient now safe and sound at home the next day. Update 2. She finally admitted she was lying. Okay, hold on. I'm going to send this to Bolin. A different post. I'm going to send these to Bolin from the same email account. So a couple days ago, you guys know that fucking weirdo that Bolin's obsessed with, AMC cheerleader. A couple of days ago, she tweeted something that was like real pro-Trump. The stock market won't get better again until we have Trump as president. MAGA, Trump 2024, and Bolin missed it. And then, so I took a screenshot of it and I emailed it to him, and then I checked his Twitter the next day, and he was like, he just railed off a bunch of tweets and she deleted the tweet. Hold on a second, guys. So I'm going to do the same thing with these screenshots. I'm going to go new mail. Let's go Kenny Bolin at msn.com. And then I'll just attach these. Okay, I just sent those to Bolin. That's great. Alright, let's get back to it then. I'm going to mute for a second, guys. I'll be right back.
Knots.
V1.
No, boss man, I need it. Sorry.
Please, how would you like to be set?
Makes my chat look busier than it really is.
Chair for 2 weeks. Told you can't go home, and I'm sure give them this. Oh, and they charge you 400 pesos a day for occupying that chair, because I guess they're bringing you bread and water. Many people I've talked to that are in the hospital, what do you get? Bread and water. The bare fucking minimum. Way to go, Philippines. Way to go. The government just kicking ass over there. Way to treat your poor people. Way to treat them. So, you know. Well, something else has come in, Bob. A little help from the east. Let me see where this is from.
A little help from the east.
I guarantee it's a regular, because I already saw the amount, and I guarantee it's a regular. Hang on. Guarantee it's a regular. I hope I'm wrong. This would be very nice if this is...
I would be shocked.
No, it'll be a regular. I don't know yet. I'm trying to get into my account. Hang on here. Bayside. There we go. It worked. John Paul sent 45 more.
Oh, you fucking Mark John Paul. You make
Told
me
you it was
sick.
regular. And he also knows we weren't talking about him.
You fucking Mark John
So
Paul.
if we can get one more,
$25.
$50, even a pledge.
$25.
Because I got a lot of little ones I got to take care of.
If someone can pledge $25
Yeah,
more,
I'll make sure they got it. Yeah. If somebody wants to pledge 50 on a certain day, I'll cover it in the meantime. And in case you're saying, well, why don't Kenny just cover the 50? Kenny's got a shitload of other ones he's already covered, and a few more I got to cover when the show's over. Make sure people have something to eat, school supplies, backpacks, pencils. A lot of people start school this coming Monday.
Yeah, we got people that are
Backpacks and pencils. Let me just show you guys something real quick. I keep doing this. I don't know how stupid bowling is. So if we go here, alright, let's bring this over here. Let's see now. Good night, boss man. Have a good night, brother. Thanks for coming by, man, as usual. Alright. Here is the Dollar Tree website, where you can get school supplies and the like. Let's see. Grades 6 through 8. Wow, look at that. $125 for colored pencils. $125 for a sharpener. $125 for pencils. $125 for notebooks. Pens. Everything's $1.25, Bowen. Everything. Let's go back and let's look at let's just say if we have some high schoolers. Dollar calculators, dollar dividers. Look at that. Dollar ruler, dollar notebooks, dollar sheet protectors, manila folders. Man. But Bowen can't afford school supplies, right? Okay, Bowen.
the longtime friends of the show that we're just telling you flat out, no, I can't help you because your need is not as important.
Not as important as other needs.
And that's hard to do, people, because it's people that I like.
It is hard to do.
But sorry, your need simply, it's not even on the bottom of the list. It's so low.
I saw that quote
food
today. Your
or
needs are
medicine.
not even on the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
I saw that
It's not
quote.
food or school supplies
Yeah.
or
School uniform. shit like that.
medicines. Yeah, school supplies and medicines.
I got a message. I got a message from an ex-girlfriend yesterday, and I'd helped her get shoes and things that were needed. And she says, "I hate to ask you again," she says, "but I need 500 more pesos to be able to get 2 more pieces of Kimmy's uniform." It's $10, you know. So I'm not going to
Never
let you
happened.
without fucking uniforms. You
It's
gotta
only
have to
$10. Well, you know, $10.
Yeah.
It's $100.
Yeah, it don't take long. It don't take long.
And apparently,
But that's where there's 4,700 subscribers
Thank
over
you.
here.
We trust you. Thank you so much.
I just love the show. Well, I know you do, John. I know, but I don't want you to
John
put
Paul's a
yourself in
fucking
bad way
weirdo,
either.
man.
And $45 is a damn good donation. You know. So if there's anybody out there that would like to make a pledge,
I think John
last
Paul
time,
is subbed to me on
We'll
YouTube.
hang around. What time is it now? We've been here an hour and 4 minutes. We'll stay a total of 90 minutes. And because we appreciate it.
Well, I'm gonna let you
Or
finish.
if there's 10 of you out there that want to do 5. I mean, there's plenty of you that ain't donating.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump out and get another drink. So
How much do I got
refill
left?
my drink.
Yeah, I'm good. I got enough here to
All right,
pull
I'll
through.
drop out. You can finish the.
Yeah, I'll finish the
Scaramucci
Scaramucci story. So, back to the Scaramucci thing. Ooh, boy. I didn't think I could look any more handsome, but look at that. So, the Scaramucci thing, he calls me. We have a long conversation. Something brought us together. Scaramucci's a big deal. Man works for Donald Trump. White House Communications Director, White House Press Secretary, multi-billionaire.
Again, he was not a White House press secretary.
CEO of the company. Big deal in Bitcoin, when Bitcoin was really doing good back then. And the man calls me, and he said, "Yeah, I know you're an atheist. I'm Catholic. Something brought us together. And he says, Kenny, what I like.
That's
he says,
right.
You had me on your show because you know I'm a good man. I said, that's exactly why I had you. I came on your show because I know you're a good man, and I know what you do, and I've followed what you do. Because it was a little while before we actually got him on the show. He watched a few shows. I guess he tried his best to see what we did. And no, I don't want any spoilers because I haven't watched anything today. Proud of my Reds for finally getting a couple wins down in Atlanta. We'll get into that. So he gives me that phone call, and it just meant the world to me. That little old fat Kenny Bolin from LaGrange, who I'm so proud of just what little I have done in the wrestling business to have some notoriety and some fame. And there's a lot of things that you can name that I've done in wrestling.
I can't name anything you've done in wrestling, actually, Bolin.
But for Anthony Scaramucci to give
Not
two
one
shits
thing.
about me and what I do meant the world to me. And I told
Not
him,
one thing.
Eventually, Trump's going to turn on you, and I'll tell you why. Because you're a good man. He's
Never
gonna
happened.
say some
Never,
outrageous
ever
lie.
happened.
You're going to call him on it, or you're going to say I disagree with that, and he's going to turn on you. Well, 3 weeks later, Anthony Scaramucci's doing the Bill Maher show on HBO. And Bill Maher says, well, Donald Trump says this, Donald Trump says this. How do you feel? Oh, well, I disagree with that. Trump lost his motherfucking mind. Called him before he could get on the plane, talking to the mooch like he's a dog. Mooch, as we now have found out in retrospect, has 10 times more money than Donald Trump ever hoped to have. 10 times more. And that's probably a very underestimated guess.
Did you hear that?
How much money Mooch has compared to what Trump has. And like Trump lost his motherfucking mind. Called him before he could get on the plane, talking to the mooch like he's a dog. Mooch, as we now have found out in retrospect, has 10 times more money than Donald Trump ever hoped to have.
I don't even know what to say to that, Bolin. You must be actually fucking clapped in the head, bro.
10 times more. And that's probably a very underestimated guess as to how much money Mooch has compared to what...
Trump Tower in Midtown Manhattan, by itself, is worth more than Anthony Scaramucci, okay? And I'll add this. Aberdeen, Scotland, Dunburg, Ireland, Miami, Florida, Los Angeles, California, Turnberry, Scotland, Dubai, New Jersey, North Carolina, New Jersey, New York, Jupiter, Florida, Palm Beach, Florida, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Westchester, New York, Indonesia, and Muscat, Oman. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 golf courses spread across the world, including golf courses that have been won on. Jack Nicklaus, for example, won an Open Championship versus Tom Watson at the golf course in Turnberry that Donald Trump owns. Okay. Doral in Florida, the Blue Monster, is owned by Trump. Anthony Scaramucci, in no galaxy, in no universe, on no planet, in no society, is worth more than Donald Trump. It's simply not true. These are just the golf courses that Donald Trump owns. I haven't listed Trump Tower Chicago, Trump Tower Midtown Manhattan, or the other number of properties that he owns. Mar-a-Lago, for example. Anthony Scaramucci will never own anything like Mar-a-Lago. Anthony Scaramucci is like you, Bolin. He's a fucking circus freak. Everyone in the Lincoln Project is a circus freak, squish rhino. They are not Republicans. Stop calling them Republicans. Fucking moron. Let's go.
Trump acts. And Mooch said, fuck you. Yeah, because Mooch is, he don't put up no shit. You know, you're not
Starfaker's great.
Dog. So the second time he came on my show, well, you were right. You told me it was going to happen. And I didn't think it would. But you told me it was going to happen. And
that's a lie.
So therefore, gave me credit for smartening him up, Donald Trump, and what was going to happen and what he was going to do.
That's a lie.
And that caused the forming of the Lincoln Project.
No, it didn't.
Which was Republicans against Trump. And all these Republicans.
I knew he was going to talk about it.
And
Bolin, I can read Bolin like a book, man. He's just too easy to read.
Whatever the truth was they had on Trump.
Just so we're clear, Anthony Scaramucci, you know what, let me just replay this for you so you can hear it again.
Which was gave me credit for what's going to happen. And so therefore gave me credit for smartening him up, Donald Trump, and what was going to happen and what he was going to do. And that caused the forming of the Lincoln Project.
That is another lie. And I wish, Gonzo, I don't know if you've been counting how many lies Bolin told tonight, but the Lincoln Project was not started, in fact, not even that much, by Anthony Scaramucci. Let me just blow myself up for this, because Bolin, you're a fucking moron as usual. The Lincoln Project was created by a New York Times op-ed committee, okay? It was George Conway, it was Steve Schmidt, it was John Weaver, and it was Rick Wilson, okay? Mike Madrid might have been in there, the ex-husband. I'm sorry, no. George Conway is the ex-husband of Kellyanne Conway. Anyway, and John Weaver was the director of John McCain's 2000 presidential campaign, not 2008 but 2000. Either way, Anthony Scaramucci had nothing to do with the creation, formation, founding, anything of the Lincoln Project. He might be part of the Lincoln Project, but he is not a founder. So let's just get that straight right now.
Which was Republicans against Trump. And all these Republicans lined up, hand over fist, to report whatever dirt they knew about Trump, whatever the truth was they had on Trump. Well, looks like we got another donation here. This looks like it's going to be a big help to us. And it looks like we might get him out of the hospital. Let's go. We're working on it. I think we're 25 short of getting him out of the hospital. Daniel Lemley, the king of the $15 donation, has donated 25. So we're 25 short to be able to get him out.
We
of
are
the
not.
hospital.
No. Did Chris give 25?
Good Chris gave 25.
Kevin Law gave 5.
Before you say anything, learn to work, Bob, but go ahead.
John Paul gave 45.
John Paul gave 45. Yes, he did. Oh, that's right, because you have pledged 50.
I can't believe I emailed Bowen those fucking
Now, if someone wants to
screenshots that Bossman
We
sent.
still have a lot of little help.
Right.
That's great.
Nothing is getting greedy when help little kids. Thank you, Daniel. That's very kind of you to do that.
So we will get that money to Vanessa. I'll send it.
I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money.
You get that. If I send it, it's got to go PayPal on that.
Yeah, we'll do it my way. It's only a 49-cent fee. I can't believe they ain't shut me down yet. Maybe I gave them more information than you did, because you know I send out way more money, because you had 2 or 3 people you were helping, and then I would occasionally drop 3 or more on you. But you know I've sent out way more money than you have, and they haven't fucked with me. So I'm hoping they don't, because I don't know how we're going to get them the money if they do. But we appreciate it.
Hopefully
And,
they do.
And I also appreciate people that don't donate over here solely for the attention.
Ah!
Because all the trolls we got rid of, the only reason they donated was for attention. And that's the wrong reason to donate.
You got rid of us because we wanted attention,
Why do you help
Gonzo.
them the right time? Because they're fucking human beings, that's why. And our money will help. Like I said, I can go down, and occasionally we do it. We go down to the overpass down here and feed them. They threaten to arrest us when we do. Oh, God, I'm not feeding bears. I'm not feeding deer.
The police threatened to arrest Kenny when he goes to downtown Louisville to feed the homeless people, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know what you can say about that.
Feeding fucking human beings. And they threaten to arrest us when we go down there to feed them. But I can feed, for what I take down to McDonald's, I can feed 3 or 4 families for, God, how many days? Oh, there it is. Okay, your donation came through, Bob. So, don't tell Vanessa anything yet. I don't know if she's going to watch the show or not. She'll find out when it hits her Gcash.
Wow.
And, so now are we doing the whole thing, or are we doing since you need
We raised 150.
Schmidt, you missed this whole thing where he took credit for Trump losing the 2020 election, bro. You gotta watch his show from yesterday. I mean, I've already debunked at least 5 things he said. The last thing I debunked was about 2 minutes ago when he tried to claim that Anthony Scaramucci was a co-founder of the Lincoln Project. I mean, I don't know why he thinks everybody's as stupid as he is. I really don't, man.
Whatever that
Repeat that.
Since we raised 150, that's what we're going to say.
Okay.
That's, now, if someone else wants to
The
donate,
thing is
you know,
the Lincoln Project predated the Trump administration. How could Anthony Scaramucci have co-founded the Lincoln Project and then parlayed that into a job in the Trump administration? What?
Are you crazy?
something else.
What's the total she owes?
So she owes 20,000.
Well, 20,000. Yeah.
Right. So,
Like that plane,
Schmidt?
Schmidt?
10,000. Her boys raised 1,500.
Fucking
Yeah.
Yahoo
They
Express.
500 more, and that 8,500.
Oh, thank you, Daniel. I didn't even see that part. Thank you, Daniel. It's very sweet of you. Appreciate it.
So
And then Billy Sellers is doing something at the first of the month, which is sneaking up. Hey, I think far away, about a week.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Once again,
Appreciate you.
once again,
And
just
we know
pause this
we
real
know
quick.
team makers always.
the reason why Billy Sellers sends his donations at the first of the month is because that's when he gets his welfare check. Bowen's taking money from someone who's on fucking welfare, man. What else can you say? That's all I'm saying.
Do way more than his fair share.
Is that Seinfeld's plane?
So yeah, we'll
It's
get him out
LL,
of the hospital. He
Schmidt.
deserves to be out of that fucking hospital. You
Same
know, he
vibes,
deserves
bro.
it. And let's see, we'll be here.
Hell yeah.
I guess.
LL
we'll be
777,
here,
man.
20 more minutes. Thereabout. So let's have some fun. But yeah, I single-handedly brought down Donald. Me, I did it.
Ah!
So
Brought
can-
down Donald Trump.
Somebody argue with me. Somebody argue with me, because if
I can
I don't smarten up Anthony Scaramucci, the Lincoln Project never happened. Because he funded that. They didn't have the fucking money to do it.
Look at this.
He did it.
He's just making shit up. He
To make
funded
it
that.
easier to give you wine.
Bowen just said that Anthony Scaramucci funded the Lincoln Project, which was created in December of 2019. You want to know how I know? Because some of the Silicon Valley conservatives that I'm very close with, who weren't about Donald Trump, told me about it, Bowen. Anthony Scaramucci did not fund the Lincoln Project. It's a political action committee. You are a fucking brain dead, stupid hick cunt. Stop pretending like you're so smart. Every time you open your mouth, you expose yourself for the fat fucking fraud that you are, Bowen. Every single time.
I'm giving myself all the credit. It's a Kevin Bacon thing. Yeah. You take me out of the equation, it don't happen. Or at least most likely doesn't happen.
Lincoln Project was founded before Trump's election. Once again. Before.
It's a
Man
domino
gave me
effect.
that credit, yeah. So, yeah, I'm the Kevin Bacon, only you don't have to go 7 layers back. It's 1 layer.
You're just
There's
like
moods
double,
in the
you're the
meat.
double baconator. is what you are.
I'm the double baconator. I like that. I like that.
So,
Eating those.
Earlier today, Corey Graves, WWE Lynch, tweeted out.
For some reason, I had Cory Booker. It doesn't. What did Corey do?
Booker, yes.
Corey
WWE.
The Corey Graves.
WWE. You know what? Listen, let me just veer off what I was going to say.
Oh, we're going to talk about some wrestling?
People talk about who's Harris would pick for vice president. And they say, well, it could be Gretchen Whitmer, but you can't have 2 women on the team.
Well, Gretchen's already said she ain't running, and I agree.
But
in this day and age, as much I would love 2 women. No, not that way. Calm down. Not that way. Okay, yeah, I would. But Williams.
At this point, I'd love a
Wow.
woman.
Did Bob just make a joke about his dead wife? Did I hear that right? Did you guys hear that? Did Bob just make a joke about his dead wife? Hold on a second.
And anybody.
At this point, I'd love a living woman.
Wow. At this point, I'd like a living woman. Bob, even for you, brother, that's fucking low. Wow. And Kenny laughs.
Taken the wrong way.
Oh, and
Unbelievable.
Anybody get one of these? I've still got a few of the autographed copies of because some of us said you were going to buy one and you didn't. So I still have some of those left. For everybody waiting on something to be mailed to them, including Coltrane, it's supposedly we're getting our hair done. Got to go down to the Dew shop, not Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew's racist. Did you know that? Please laugh.
That's what I found out.
Please laugh. Please God laugh at my racist Mountain Dew. Not even with Trump. So if any of you would like a autographed copy of the Anthony Scaramucci book, got a few of them left because there were about 3 or 4 of you said you could get it and you never did. We don't ship them till you pay for them. So if you would like an autographed copy of the Anthony, because they sell for $30 and they're hardcover, they sell for $30 by themselves on Amazon. He's signed, and you it's not like you can reach out to Anthony Scaramucci and get one of these signed. He was kind enough.
Next time you come over to the McDonald's, which we both did, let's.
And I did donate one of those to 2 Rivers, and I put him on. Yeah, this guy used to work for Donald Trump, man. Because they're not educated enough to realize what he did.
John Bolton was playing.
Not the management of 2 Rivers, but the associates of 2 Rivers aren't educated enough. And when I say ignorance, it's like I'm ignorant to ballet dancing. I'm ignorant to water.
It's like Bolin doesn't. It's almost like Bolin. I'm going to show you guys one more thing because you just heard him say that you can't get a. You can't get an autographed copy of Scaramucci's book anywhere, right? He's selling them for $60. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you From Wall Street to the White House and back. Autographed, book-plated edition. $35. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody clip that and send that shit to Anthony Scaramucci. Bolin is charging double of what Anthony Scaramucci charges for a copy of his signed book. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, I don't know what will.
Oh, well, there's things I'm ignorant.
I really
don't
don't.
know. Well, there's things about this story too. Oh, this guy worked for Donald Trump. I'm showing the booker. Oh my God! Can I touch the book? Yes, please touch the book.
$10.
And then
The book will heal you. And the book will
Then
say,
they melted.
so, so,
Then they melted.
but you can't have Gretchen Whitmer because you can't have Julie Whitmer. You can't have Cory Booker.
In this day and age, can't have two black people. No, God forbid.
But we have happily had two old white men on the ticket.
Two old white men,
Ever.
more times than we can count.
And we have no problem with that.
Religious nut job white men, racist white men. And everybody's bitching about Kamala. I'll get her name right this time. Everybody's bitching that and this is how I would have it. This is how I would do it. Because she's agreed to the debate under the terms that were originally set up. ABC News. Oh, they're not fair. He got everything handed to him on a silver platter on the CNN debate. They wouldn't even fact check his fucking ass. Biden was not in position to do it. He was in no position to do it.
Wow.
And name me the vice president that was known as a fucking genius and a great vice president. Name me the one in your lifetime.
Dick Cheney?
Go your lifetime. We'll go your lifetime.
Well, Lyndon
Which
Johnson.
was not my lifetime.
Lyndon Johnson was probably a political
Yeah.
racist as fuck.
Racist as fuck.
Let's
That
see.
takes a little of the shine off your political genius when you're a racist fuck. Even in
Hubert
the 60s.
Humphrey was LBJ's vice president.
Racist fuck? No? Yeah.
Let's
I don't
see.
know. I'm just asking.
Gerald
Just asking.
Ford was Dick Nixon's vice president. Conspiracy theorist. Warren Commission.
Yeah.
Covered up the Kennedy. Let's see. Spiral Agnew.
Martin Nixon, which a lot of
Yes.
people say shouldn't have happened.
Spiral Agnew was the first. And then Gerald Ford. I don't know who Ford. Nelson Rockefeller. Yeah, Gerald Ford.
Rockefeller, okay.
Nelson Rockefeller.
Well, I wonder why he got picked.
Yeah.
why
Jimmy
he
Carter
got
had
Okay.
Walter Mondale.
And then we had Walter Mondale was known as the Blithering Idiot.
Reagan had
Who's the one who couldn't spell potato? Which one was that?
Dan Quayle.
Dan Quayle, known as the Blithering Idiot from Indiana.
Let's see. And then Al Gore was the
The climate guy.
invented the internet. You know, you got
Invented the internet. What's wrong with
Give
that?
credit for something. Let's see.
You throwing that up too?
I'm going to
Well,
need to buy another bowling book. Someone used a cutting board.
Cutting board. Well, of all the things my book.
But he did read it too.
If he'd read the fucker for
If
use
it
it as
had
a
been a
cutting
hardcover
board.
book, he'd have been okay.
Yeah, if it'd been the hardcover Scaramucci book. Oh, and by the way, John Paul has a hardcover Scaramucci book. Well, there it is. There it is. And don't not use this one as a cutting board. How about that?
Yeah.
Lord.
All right, so let's go.
I'm so honored to be in that prison to educate people.
Yeah, so Corey Graves. Corey Graves tweeted
Yeah,
out,
back to Corey Graves.
in
We went a long way around on this
Yeah.
one.
In response to an incident that happened last night on AEW. Now there was
On where?
AEW.
I have seen none of AEW, and I've seen very little. Wait a minute, did I get caught up on Raw? I think I'm caught up on my girlfriend, because it's really me she likes. It's not Dom. I think it's me. She's trying to make me jealous of
Well,
little
what
Dom.
she's doing is she's projecting.
She's projecting. Yeah. This is what it could be like, Mr. Bowen.
She's imagining you. in place of
Imagining me.
Bowen.
I can't blame her for that.
But so
All women
last
have to
night,
fantasize.
last night at AEW, I actually turned on the last 30 minutes of AEW because the show I was watching was over.
Oh, is Britt Baker back, and is Britt doing anything with the wordiness with the?
Back apparently. I didn't see her last night, but
Really?
I didn't watch the whole show.
Wasn't on the Wednesday show?
I didn't watch the whole show. I didn't watch the last.
So you just saw the last Thursday?
Right. So what they had was a blood and guts match, which basically is a war game match, right? So you know,
I hate
Jungle
those.
Boy, Jack, Gentleman, Barry, whatever his name is.
Whatever his name is.
He's got him. He's handcuffed to the cage. Spread Eagle,
Okay.
handcuffed to the cage. Mark
Always
Briscoe or Jay Briscoe, whichever one is still alive.
One of the Briscoe boys.
I don't pay attention. No, so it's not meant to be an insult. I just don't watch the enough to know week from week.
Good day of my life.
The living Briscoe brother
If you gave me 50-50, I'd fuck it up.
takes a chair and headshot right on right of the head. You see Perry lean into it, but take a
Totally
headshot.
necessary for a fan that 100% knows everything you're doing to work. Okay.
Right. So, but I mean, he took it. It was a full-on headshot. You hear this? Ow! Now, they're saying it was a gimmick chair. It's somehow like the
Well, now if we can just get a donation out of you, we really won you over.
or membership.
Or a membership, either one. Or both.
So Corey Graves tweets out, we need to protect each other. We can't be. I'm not making this an us.
Corey
versus
Graves
them thing.
from the WWE.
Corey Graves, who had to retire because of too many accidental concussions.
Yes.
So that's why he's not an active wrestler. That's why he's in the
Yeah.
Said, we got to protect each other. We can't be taking care of that. This is really an unnecessary.
And I totally agree.
Now, he got all kinds of shit. It's a gimmick chair. Oh, damn. The Twitter's exploded, right? The chair was gimmick.
Tell
It's
me
not a
he
big
didn't get
deal.
any shit from his own company. Good. Well,
But
in these day and age, you never.
And now a lot of people are now reposting it because they captured it. And they're like, you know what? Corey's right. Whether the chair is gimmick or not, I mean, if you think of a sheet of aluminum foil, that's not going to hurt. But if you hit them with a aluminum garbage can, that's still going to do damage.
Yeah.
And you take
Ask
shots
Duke
to the head.
Rosie and where he's at.
Yeah, if you take shots to the head, it is going to affect you, and especially down the road. Now, again, I will never condone what Chris Benoit did, but there is good evidence that Chris Benoit did what he did because of brain damage that he suffered from.
I've told it on here before. I'm going to tell it again now. Myself and Aaron the Idol Stevens talked to him the day it happened.
Guarantee you that never
Conversation we
happened.
had with him, and it was mainly Aaron. I was hearing the conversation on speakerphone at Paul Miller Ford in Lexington. We were there doing an
Hopefully
appearance.
tomorrow,
Big
Gonzo.
talk calls. Hey, I'm going to be up here to do TV taping with you guys. Look
This
forward to
probably
it.
never
Can't
happened.
Can't wait to work with everybody. Give everybody my love. Hours later, he's killed his family and himself. There
Sure,
was no
Bowling.
indications this man was in a dark place a few hours earlier. And there's only two people that can really testify to that, and that's me.
And he would have claimed to talk to John Wilkes
Yes,
Booth
he
right
called
before he
Aaron's
shot
phone.
Kennedy
I
if
did
he
not
was
have
alive,
personal
man.
cell phone.
Or not Kennedy.
But me
Lincoln.
and Aaron were there
Sorry.
doing the personal appearance, and he called Aaron on his cell phone. Who, by the way, Aaron had not yet been called up to the WWE. He was kind enough to give Aaron his cell phone number. And there was no indication that this man was in any dark place whatsoever. And then I've told the story about the Canadians that he took the time to meet backstage when he was obviously in a hurry to get out of there, to get on a plane and go back home. Took the time to meet those Canadian fans that drove down here to meet him. I never saw the person that did what they did. Didn't know that person. He come down, did TV with us a few times. Always a class act. Didn't over. Didn't
I hope he does. No, he must know that there's a UFC event
He
tomorrow.
got
Punches
up
into
and
MMA,
gave me a
right?
chair because all the chairs were taken. And he knew that I couldn't stand very
He
well.
knows it's not tomorrow.
Here, Mr. Bowen, have a seat. Oh, no, and I didn't want to take a seat because it's heat when you take the star's seat. He insisted. No. Eddie Guerrero did the same thing. Eddie Guerrero did exactly the same thing. Did not want any fucking special treatment. Now, not everybody was that way, but Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle were always class acts when they came down to do shows for us. John Bradshaw Layfield's not. John not that are just inside. But Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, and Kurt Angle were always class acts. Did not ask for any special treatment. And I never saw the person that Chris Benoit became. So it's hard, and I love Woman with a Passion. I never got to meet her. Cornette had nothing but great things to say about her. I thought she had a natural beauty that most women don't have. There was just something about her. I thought Woman was the greatest name for her. She was a woman. And especially in those...
Maybe he does.
You can get by with the shit that they...
Isn't SummerSlam 2 days this year?
I loved her. And
or am I just
never got
imagining that? Is that next year?
And it's a shame what happened, but I never knew that person. So I can't even reflect on that person. And then when a combination of maybe the steroids, maybe the gas he was on, maybe the chair shots, maybe a combination thereof, created a person that none of us wanted to know. And I've heard people tell me stories that Chris Benoit was the last fucking person you wanted to get angry. I don't know if he drank enough. Seems like I heard some stories about he was an angry drunk. If I'm wrong on that, then somebody was speaking out of turn. Pithead, we're waiting on you. Come on, Pithead.
Be right back, guys.
So, you believe the theory was actually a hit? Just really good like it was in?
No.
No, I don't believe that.
No,
They did the study on him afterwards with his dad. Had Benoit's brain, sense of science, whatever, studied at the same place that studies all the NFL the brains of the NFL players. And they said he had the brain structure, whatever, about 65, 67.
I can see that. Because they took all the stupid, non-working chair shots. Hit me as hard as you can so it looks good. They know it's a work, so who gives a shit? I refuse to believe. Oh, Kenny's a pussy. Yeah, Kenny still has a straight structure too.
Yeah.
Kenny doesn't have Jerry Lawler's forehead. Bill Dundee's forehead.
The other
I did.
forehead.
And also never got hit. I got hit by one chair. I agreed to do it for Jerry Lawler because they wanted me to get hit with a chair shot to have a reason for me to get out of the situation. And it was Sean O'Hare. And fortunately, Sean O'Hare picked up the plastic chair, and Sean purposely took care of it. Could have grabbed the metal chair, but he grabbed the plastic. And he hit me with the plastic chair. And
Why are we not descending?
And gave me the glancing shot instead of...
Yeah, I thought it was Gonzo.
He could have hurt me with a fucking king-size pillow. Sean O'Hare could have hurt me with a king-size pillow and put me in the hospital. He was that fucking strong. But Sean took care of me, picked the softest of the two chairs, and then worked the chair he hit me with. But it looked good for the show. Everybody thought I got the shit knocked out of me. And there you go. So, all right. So let's get back on what we're talking about. We got a good 5 minutes.
3 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. So you want to pick it? You want to pick Vice President for Harris? Who do you think it would be?
I still think the wise choice, and there's been a couple of others coming there. You cannot go wrong with the Colorado, Arizona, or Pennsylvania picks. Pennsylvania's got a shitload more people. Which of those three are we most?
Democrats are not going to vote for a Jew, Bolin.
So
You're crazy. They're racist.
I'm going to say that Shapiro's the obvious pick.
He's insane.
Picked the other day.
Right.
Democrats
But
are
if
not
he
going to
goes-
vote
if
for a
he
Jewish
goes
vice
to
president.
Colorado,
Sorry.
what's his name?
It's never going to happen.
I don't think that Colorado's close enough of a swing state.
I agree. I think
There
we
you
have a
go.
much better shot at taking
That's so
Colorado.
stupid, though,
Arizona,
Gonzo.
How many
Jared
lunatics
Collins.
in Arizona? That's the
Jared-
land of
Jared
the land of
Collins.
Lake, right? What's that lady's name? Lake?
Well, it's the Kerry Lake. But yeah, so that would
Kerry
be
Lake.
Mark, the former astronaut, Mark Kelly.
Where's he from? Because he brings legitimate.
He's the Arizona senator right now. So
Arizona senator. Okay, that wouldn't be a bad pick either.
the problem with that from a Democrat perspective is that if you select Kelly, the Democrat governor will name a replacement. It will be a Democrat. In fact, Arizona state law, this is interesting, I didn't know this today. Arizona state law requires the governor to pick someone from the party of the senator to
That's
decide
how-
whatever. So
That's how most of the laws,
if it was
the
a
states are,
Republican, they'd
Bolin.
have to pick
Or
a
It'd
Bob.
be a
Democrat.
Republican, yeah.
No,
Seems
no,
fair.
no, no. So if Republican is leaving, right, the Republican.
Yeah.
However, the law also says if they don't just fulfill the rest of their term, they fulfill the rest of the term for the next election, and they have a special election. So we'll have to do a special election in 2 years.
Right.
So rather than be guaranteed that
Fair
4
enough.
years
Fair
remaining of the term, you only have 2 years. So
I don't have a problem with that. Seems fair enough.
yeah. No, it is fair, but I mean, from a strategic standpoint, you want to risk that seat in 2 years, whereas with the governor of Pennsylvania, the lieutenant governor is already going to be Democrat that takes his place, and so you don't have that. And I think,
Which gives us more reason to lean on Shapiro.
and I think that Shapiro is term limited. I don't think he can run again. If
I don't think he
correct on
can
that.
either. Yeah, there's a lot less risk in that choice. A lot less risk.
Not gonna
I'm
happen.
leaning on Shapiro. But I
He's
also
crazy.
think Trump would take the money guy, Doug Burgum. But they thought they had
He
it
may
locked up.
still take the money guy, because apparently he was having second thoughts about you.
What would be the ramifications to pick a vice president and then 2 weeks later kick him out?
It's actually happened at least once.
I'm anxious to hear the story because I was going to ask you. Surely to God this has never happened.
So,
I fucked
Oh,
up.
I see the approach
Sorry,
we have here.
bitch.
yeah. So,
Oh, we're going like this.
But even Republicans are saying this is the biggest monumental fuck up of all time in picking a vice president. Brings nothing to the table. He's more extreme than the piece of shit that you're voting for. At least he hadn't raped anybody that was. He did hump a couch. What's that about? Give me the story on humping
okay, so
a couch.
that is not true. It was reported that in
Nah, I
2
heard it.
years?
Go ahead.
so it was reported that in his book, the Hillbilly Eulogy.
Yeah, there you go. That's a great. Bad mouth and appellation.
Hillbilly elegy,
That
Bob.
he-
Fuck.
had carnal relations with cows. So that carnal
Well,
relations.
this got documented somewhere. How did this story get out?
It's the internet.
I heard he was the one that told it.
Here's our airport.
Even
So where did the
even
story come from? Give me the source.
it was a Twitter, some Twitter account tweeted it out.
He humped the couch.
that he humped
Because
the
there's a
cow.
lot of people reporting it as if it's fact.
Well,
But then
that's
again,
the way
a lot of
Twitter
people
works,
report-
right?
Then a lot of people reporting that Trump got half his ear shot off and needed a tampon on the side of his head for 7 days.
Yes. Well, I think the reason that he picked Vance is that Vance uses the same eyeliner as Melania, and then she could
They're
actually
very
borrow
similar.
something.
They're very similar. I don't know. If I'm running for president, that's why I think me and Mooch would be great. Mooch would clean up all my shit because he's the voice of reason and sanity. So when I'm out there ranting and raving and humping couches, he can come in and clean that up. I think maybe not literally. I'm not cleaning up Boland's couch. That's on him. He can clean up his own
Doesn't matter
goddamn
who runs the bowling.
No, it don't matter. It could be me and
Doesn't
Michigan
matter
Mike.
who runs the bowling waiting for me.
It could be me and Michigan Mike. It would not matter.
Yeah,
I
it's
want to
not-
ask Michigan Mike because they're not very great fans. I need to get that exact sign and put it in my yard. I just need to do that. You want to talk about? I've got one of those devices in my car. We're going to go overtime now. I got one of those devices in my car that patches into your old 2004 stereo.
I told you J.D. Vance might have been a
Like
weak
branded
pick
with all
myself
the apps.
when it was
And you
announced.
Bluetooth into your stereo system, and but the thing to where it sticks to the window and you have the adjustment of this 7 or 8 inch
Welcome to
screen,
Israel, ladies and gentlemen.
it's come loose and the screen tilts down, and there's no way to fix it. My son says, well, in bowling fashion, you could just order that again, keep the part you need, and it. I said, well, I could, but it's a $250 device that you got me for Christmas. So no, let's not rattle any cages by doing that. So I'm sitting there today, and there's my damn screen tilted way down, and I have my reverse camera in there so I can see how to back up. That reverse camera fails me out a lot of shit. I have a Coke can in there, and y'all know that bowling club Snuggie I use. Sometimes you'll see me put it on these bottles. So I've got that in the car because I took me a cold Coca-Cola to the doctor with me, who then tells me, "I'm sure the breathing that bad." So I take the Coca-Cola can in the Snuggie, lift up my screen, wedge the Coca-Cola can in the bowling Snuggie, which says bowling forwards and backwards, so that way you pass out the car, you see who the car belongs to. I wedge it underneath that thing. It was a perfect customized Volvo fit to where it elevated that screen to a better place than it's ever been, higher than it's ever been, much more visible than it's ever been, and a fucking empty Coke can fixed my mirror. I hit every pothole and every what are those things? The humps. Yeah, I hit every one of those.
Couch humps.
Never budged, never moved. It got put through all the testing all the way home. Perfect fit. I'm going to leave it the way it is. So the Coke can, my Snuggie will now remain in the car. I'll have to maybe order more because there was a pussy from Australia that mailed me those. Covering and then covering that kid with my hoodie. He sent me those, so the pussy fixed my mirror for me. Not my mirror, but my backup camera, a sound system, and all that shit. So I figured that was worth something. No one donated. That was worth a $50 donation right there.
Thank God.
Kenny Boland fixed his thing with a Coke can. And proud of it, I might add. But the Snuggie makes it look like a professional install. You don't really know that's a Coca-Cola can. You just, well, why is that Snuggie holding up that device? Perfect. I'll take a picture of it next time I'm in the car, Bob. You're going to be sad. My son hasn't even seen what I've done yet. He does not know I fixed it. And on the way home, just the screen, just perfect position. The rear view camera, if somebody comes up behind me, I leave my rear view camera on when I drive. Because if you get too close to me, I want to know.
No, he doesn't. It's impossible.
Is that weird? Should I not do that?
So,
All right, well,
so the vice president that left,
the device president, the device
president.
Yeah.
In 1972, George McGovern selected Thomas Eagleton to be his vice president.
Well, I was 12 then, and that one I missed that one on the NBC Nightly News.
Well, I was following NBC Nightly News. Actually, I was watching
Huntley Brinkley actually.
Because Walter Cronkite was telling me that's
Cronkite was on assignment. You didn't know that.
Fort Huntley Brinkley.
Yeah, Cronkite was on assignment.
And Frank Borman.
Yeah, who was the ABC News guy in '72?
It was Frank something.
Frank Ott. Yeah, I mean, give me multiple choice. Give me multiple. Now, if it's Frank,
I'm having to look it up because I don't remember his name.
Yeah, give me multiple choice on the ABC guy. I don't remember that name, but we were big Huntley Brinkley people.
So Peter Jennings. Peter
Jennings went there in '72. Peter came in a little later than that, around the Iran conference.
The only name I'm going to give you is the name that is the guy, because Frank Reynolds.
Don't remember him at all.
I remember his pic. You'll see it's such picture.
You know why I don't remember him? Because back in those days, our televisions were so shitty that our TVs did not have UHF adapters. I had to buy in 1974 a UHF adapter to go on my 19-inch TV, so I could get 32 and 41, so I could watch pro wrestling on channel 41 when it left Wave 3. And that little adapter cost me $20. And it went into the hang on here. This is important shit. You got to know this in case you're ever put in this position. You had to hook the adapter, which had tubes in it, and it was brown, and it looked like it was made in the 50s.
Oh, this is gonna be close.
And it would get very hot. And you had to hook the terminals into the VHF terminals of your television, and then you set your TV on a certain channel to get the UHF channels. I think it was maybe channel 13. Unfortunately, we did not have a channel 13 because they were in Indianapolis. So you put your TV on channel 13, you get your UHF channels, and that box would get so fucking hot you would burn your hand to turn on the UHF, and it would take about 5-10 minutes for it to warm up to get your UHF channel. So that's why I didn't know who was on. We didn't get the UHF channel. We got 3 and 11. And then out of Indianapolis, we got 4, 6, and 8. I'm sorry, 13 was Bowling Green. Excuse me, 13 was Bowling Green. 4, 6, and 8. 4, 6, and 8 were Indianapolis. That's what we watched. That's what we watched. Bowling. They've changed it. But yeah, we would watch Sammy Terry out of Indianapolis on Channel 4. But no, we didn't have a UHF adapter. I didn't get one until 74, 75.
Right, so Thomas Eagleton was George McGovern's vice president nominee. It was revealed that Eagleton had been hospitalized several times for depression and had gone through electroshock therapy.
They had depression in '72? They must have imported that from Europe.
Well, they had the Great Depression back in '29.
That's a
So,
separate kind of.
this
That's a
was
different
left-
kind of depression.
This was a leftover depression.
There must have been leftover depression.
Yeah. And after that came
See,
out,
they didn't have anxiety and depression when I was a kid. It was called ass whipping and an attitude adjustment. Is what it was. There was no such thing.
well, that's why John.
There's anxiety
Yeah.
and depression and Ritalin and it didn't exist. Oh, he's
So
depressed.
once-
No, he ain't. Slap.
Yeah.
See,
Well,
he
once
depressed
the
before.
electroshock therapy part
Come
came
on.
out, Eagle was forced to withdraw. It was a big embarrassment for the government campaign. Sergeant Shriver was the
So because the poor guy was going through
What up,
anxiety
Jake?
and depression, and he would have fit right in well with today's candidates,
Yeah.
they ran him off.
Yep.
Bob, what is it? Bob, are you allergic to dark mode? What's the deal?
I'm doing good, Jake. How are you, brother?
Well, it's on dark mode. I got my page on dark mode
That's
right
dark
now.
mode?
I think
That's
part of
dark
it is
mode.
a light. There's a light right from Alexa. Turn off the
Turn that light off. You turn that. I want to see what happens when you turn that
There
light
we
off.
go.
A little bit.
Now it's not as bright because of the shadow. I got
Well,
back-
why is my skin tone
FPWO.
so prim and perfect?
HWO is
Well, all
better.
right, I doing it.
You're doing.
Alexa.
Gotcha,
Put that
Pesci.
Alexa didn't know that. Alexa doesn't know.
All right.
Computer.
Alexa, shut up.
What's the outdoor temperature?
Light the candlelight.
Still warm. That's a little more tolerable.
Hell yeah.
No.
I'm in.
83.
I'm
You're
jumped
probably
in.
warmer than me. Tolerable.
We had a high of 93 today.
Yeah, that's all right. Mr. Michigan, I hope you had a good time tonight.
Nah, I'm not, Jake.
Really
I'm
appreciate
getting
it.
ready to
Let's
end
see
here in
what
about
we've
10
done.
minutes,
We've
brother.
done all the damage
As soon as I get this
tonight.
plane on
We
the
actually
ground.
went 11 minutes over.
Good, Chris.
It's
25
midnight.
hours.
I'm ready for
Thank
bed,
you.
man.
Thank you. Good
John
Chris.
Paul.
Good Chris is over $100 for the
Yeah.
week.
Bad Chris.
You deleted your Discord server.
Who? Bad Chris.
Why'd
Yeah,
you
bad
do that?
Chris. Yeah. No positive.
Daniel
none of
Limley,
it. Bad
$25.
Chris. Allow me to repeat.
Shithead.
Bad Chris didn't do shit.
Bad Chris didn't do shit. Nice try, Gonzo. Mine is take a break from it, Jake. That's all right. It'll be there when you get back. Ah, gotcha, Gonzo. SoundCloud. The hell is that, Jake? What is this, 2010? Oh, that's the diss track. That was good shit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Those were some fun flights. We'll probably do it again tomorrow. But I'll catch you then.